You are looking live at the Ohio Health Ice House as we get ready to bring you the ACHA Women's Division II National Championship game between the Minot State Beavers and the Lakehead Thunderwolves. So happy to have you with us here on this Sunday afternoon, bringing you this game here. I'm Thomas Biando. I'm joined by Matt Coma. And Matt, normally in the playoffs you hear defense tightens a lot. Well, between these two teams, they've combined to score 60 goals in the 4 games of pool play and in their semifinal games.
Yeah, both of these teams know how to put the puck in the back of the net. You look at the scoring between both of these squads so far throughout the tournament. Lakehead 28-8 in their 4 contests, including the semifinal yesterday, that 3-1 win against North Dakota State. For Minot State, 32-13 in their contests. The 4, and then, of course, getting that win against North Dakota State in the semifinal yesterday. Both these teams know how to put the puck in the back of the net. They know how to play well defensively, and it's going to shape up for a great national championship game today.
In addition to, and as you would expect with two teams that are very good offensively, high-powered scoring. For Minot State, they are led, tied for first in the tournament lead. That is Mackenzie Balog. She's got 4 goals, 8 assists, 12 points. Also tied for 4th on her squad, Sammy Jo Henry and, that's Vanessa Grimstad, each 7-3, have them tied for first. But on the other side of the aisle, Jacqueline Desmond, 3rd by herself, and ACHA Voss, 4 goals, 8 assists, 12, as she is tied Bulldog.
Yeah, you look at the rosters just going down the line on either side. You see 12 points, 11 points, 10 points, all over the board here for both of these squads. We said that these teams put the puck in the back of the net, and that's from goal scorers that both of these teams had. Mackenzie Balog just gets into scoring areas. We saw it in that North Dakota State game yesterday in the semifinal, just getting those opportunities, creating the opportunities on her own. That's the reason why she got so many postseason awards. And then on the flip side, you look at some of the numbers, looking at like Desimone, just 11 points leading her squad. There's so much stuff, Voss leads them with 12 points. Desimone just 1 behind her. There's so many different weapons for both of these clubs. It's just a matter of which team is going to exploit the other team's weaknesses and get those little breaks in the game.
And you mentioned it just a moment ago. We've got a lot of national powers here in just players alone. All-American first team, Mackenzie Bulldog, one of the forwards on that team, the goalie, Shelby Tornado, who we expect to see in net, both from Minot State. On the second team, Vanessa Grimstad, a forward on that team, ACHA Voss, a defensewoman on that team. And then the player of the year went to Mackenzie Bulldog from Minot State, but the coach of the year, Dan Calvert out of Lakehead University.
Yeah, you can't cut it even more even than you did there. You got so many different options on this team. ACHA Voss leading her team in points for Lakehead, but she's a defenseman. She's a second-team defenseman in the regular season. She leads the way for this Lakehead University squad. As for Minot State, you've got so many different firepower on your offense. You get the goaltender of the year in that first team All-American in Shelby Tornado. It's going to shape up to be a fantastic contest. The question will be, the key for one of these teams is not to get overpressured, not get complacent if a team strikes early. Both these teams had to come from behind in the semis to punch their ticket to this championship game. Lakehead, of course, the defending national champions. They'll have to kind of take a page out of their own book last year, beating North Dakota State. Now they got to beat the other North Dakota team in Minot State to claim that 2nd straight victory.
And you mentioned it just a moment ago about the positioning technically of Voss as a defenseman. But what we've seen a lot of Lakehead State, 5-man units as opposed to 3 forwards, 2 defensemen.
Yeah, the whole team uses as a cohesive unit. You'll see that at Minot State as well, especially on the power play. Very crisp passing on the man advantage. We'll look for special teams to be a big factor in this one, as Minot State still hasn't given up a power play goal in this tournament.
Actually, we got them. According to the site, they got them giving up one. But to your point is spot on. Both of these teams have a better than 20% power play, better than 90% penalty kill. Something's going to have to give tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun ride. Let's see what happens.
Let's go ahead and send it down to Andy Storrs for the introductions of the starting lineups and the national anthem.
A YouTube network. Welcome to the Ohio Health Ice House in Columbus, Ohio for the 2018 American Collegiate Hockey Association Women's Division II National Championship Tournament, hosted by the Greater Columbus Sports Commission, the Columbus Blue Jackets, and the Ohio Health Chiller Ice Rinks. 4 days ago, 12 teams began their quest to achieve a national championship. And today, after many hard-fought battles, we're down to the final 2 teams remaining in that quest to win the ultimate prize in women's ACHA Division II hockey, the awarding of the National Championship Trophy to today's victor. Our final 2 teams standing for today's championship game, on the visiting bench, the number 2 seed from the West Region, the Minot State University Beavers. And on the home team bench, the number 1 seed from the West Region, the Lakehead University Thunderwolves. This is ACHA Public Address Announcer Andy Storrs. Let's begin our festivities this afternoon by introducing the starting lineups for both teams. Beginning first with the visiting team bench, the Minot State Beavers. In goal, a sophomore from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, number 31, Shelby Tornado. On defense, a junior from Clancy, Montana, number 8, Tyler Holland. On defense, a freshman from Crosby, North Dakota, number 18, Gabby Wigness. At center, a freshman from Belgoni, Saskatchewan, number 10, Sammy Jo Henry. On left wing, a freshman from Minot, North Dakota, number 21, Brianna Bergeron. And at right wing, a sophomore from Stoughton, Saskatchewan, number 12, Bethann Gowdy. The head coach of the Beavers is Ryan Miner. His assistant is Kyle Volk. The team managers are Karen Heidi and Devin Buchanan. The advisor is Neil Sharp. And now let's meet the starting lineups for the home team bench. The Lakehead Wolves. In goal from Thunder Bay, Ontario, number 30, Megan Joseph Seeley. On defense from Red Lake, Ontario, number 18, Sarah Dodick. On defense from Thunder Bay, Ontario, number 21, Julia Sicliano. At center from Thunder Bay, Ontario, number 9, Allison Pages. On left wing from Thunder Bay, Ontario, number 10, Amanda Pages. And at right wing from Thunder Bay, Ontario, number 8, Azia Vaz. The head coach of the Thunder Wolves is Daniel Calvert. His assistants are Mike Friday and Joey Tugas. The managers are Leah Vanderway and Elizabeth Vanderway. The trainer is Katrina Burt. Ladies and gentlemen, would you all please rise and kindly remove all hats and join me, soloist Andy Storrs and organist Gary Lichtart, as we first sing and play the Canadian National Anthem, followed by the Star-Spangled Banner.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Alrighty, folks, welcome on back inside the Ohio Health Ice House. Let's talk about the two netminders we're going to see today. First, we're going to take a look at the Lakehead State netminder. It's going to be Megan Joseph Seeley, 2-0 in this tournament, 3 goals against average, and a save percentage of .846.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, on the other end of the ice, we'll be looking at Shelby Tornado. She is 3-0 during the course of this tournament, a 2.33 goals against average, a save percentage of .863.
Yeah, a great goaltending battle between Seeley and Tornado in this one. Seeley giving up the 3 goals, or goals allowed average, 84%. So she's had some little bit of struggles from time to time. This has been the most contests that the Lakehead University squad has seen in the last 2 tournaments. You look at last year, they were really untested going down that national championship run. They've had a couple of close ones to get to where they are here in this one to try to get that title defense. On the flip side, Shelby Tornado, she's a good goaltender when she goes left to right, when she gets that positioning, but if you can make her move and get a rebound in front, she also has a little bit of moves. That's the spot that Lakehead's going to try and exploit on the Minot State end.
And just to give you an idea, during the regular season, Seeley had a .959 save percentage, Tornado with a .947. So these are definitely 2 very good netminders as we are underway in the Women's Division II ACHA National Championship. Thomas Piano here alongside Matt Coma. So happy you could join us as the opening rush of the game, or tie-up of the game, I should say, is locked deep into the Lakehead University offensive end. It's going to be played around deep. Couple of bodies there. It's going to be laid back around the near side boards, and an opportunity to be brought back out for Minot. Minot looks to lay it ahead. It was just out of the reach of number 10. That's Sammy Jo Henry, and it's going to roll the length of the ice for icing, and we get our first whistle just 35 seconds into this game.
I'm curious to see what we'll see out of the course of the 60 minutes here from both these squads. They both had a hard-fought semifinal contest. Lakehead getting just past Bishop's University in the first semifinal. Minot State defeating their rivals, getting some payback against North Dakota State. It's could be curious to see who can strike first, who can respond to whoever does strike first, and the ebbs and flows that we'll see over the course of the next 3 periods.
Here's a puck that's going to be played around into the near side zone, and now it's going to come out to center as Lakehead looks to jump on it. That's a play across to the captain, number 11, Cass McGree. She's going to go ahead and angle it in, and that's going to give a little time and space for Sarah Dodek to load up. Quick little give and go through the middle. That got knocked away from Desimone, but got played right away, and now Minot's got 3-on-3. It's going to turn into a 3-on-4. Trying to make the move they do. It's going to roll towards the cage, and a save. The rebound is loose at the foot of the crease, and it's going to be cleared away. An early opportunity for the Beavers. Turning and keeping it in deep. Nice job by Grimstead to hold the line. That's going to be walked out of the corner, falling down on the play, a little bit of a hook, but the good follow-up again by Grimstead. Centered out in front. Tipped away into the near side corner by Balog, but it's going to be turned back, and now we get a 2-on-2 the other way. Carlson over the line, cuts to the middle, a shot. That's going to be easily stuck away by Tornado. Rebound, caroms along to the near side boards, where we get a tie-up and a dig-out. It's going to be brought on back the other way as we go end-to-end here. Grimstead wants to gain the red and shoot it in. She did that. Got it as far as the line before it's turned back over. And D2D passing by Lakehead University to move it on up. That's going to carry him on down, and we get a foot race to the puck. First one down there is Voss, listed as a defenseman, but of course she's the first forward down there on the offensive foray.
You'll see that early and often from Lakehead.
There's a steal and a play in front, and an easy blocker save made there by Tornado. Puck now into the near side corner again where they do battle. Good cutoff in there by Amanda Pages. There's 2 Pages. We'll try to separate them. Number 10 is Amanda. Number 9 is Allison Pages. Puck played on back, and the Beavers will look to outlet. They decide to go around the rim of the boards to the near side. Puck is turned over, though, and a little bit of a bump there. That deemed legal by the official. Point shot there didn't get through off the stick of Voss, who's back at her standard defensive position. 17:22 to go. Just underway here, first period. No score yet between Minot State and Thunderhead University, and that puck's going to be pushed down the ice, and it will have enough for icing. Face-off moving 200 feet back down into the Minot State defensive end.
Yeah, good pressure from Lakehead getting the first couple of opportunities for this contest. A couple of shots trying to just test Tornado just a little bit. Easy blocker save for her, as you see her on your screen right there. Kind of just settling in for this one as Minot State and Lakehead still trying to figure each other out just 2.5 minutes in.
Always going to have that feel out no matter how many times you've seen somebody during the regular season. In addition to that, it's a national championship game, so you don't want to be the one that commits that first error.
Well, the interesting part of it, too, we've seen time and time again in the pool play over at Chillers Easton, how many goals do we see in the first 30 seconds of the contest?
That's a great point.
A lot of teams getting a big start right off the bat, and some teams not ready to come out guns blazing for that first shift or two, and we haven't seen that so far between these two teams. Both teams just trying to figure each other out a little bit.
Slightly better pressure by Lakehead State, but really Tornado hasn't been overly tested, as that puck's going to be shot in and blockered away by the aforementioned Tornado. It's going to be played back, and looking to move up ice will be the Beavers. That outlet pass hit a leg, but they're there to cover. 3-4 checkers in, kind of broke up that rush, and it's going to come to center ice. For those of you that don't know, Minot State's going to be in the black jersey with the red and white trim. The Lakehead University Thunderwolves, they are wearing basically the St. Louis Blues jerseys almost. Blue shoulders with a white jersey and yellow numbers.
Interesting if you're a little superstitious. This is the first time in this entire tournament that Minot State has had to wear the dark uniforms. They've been the home team in every game that they have played. They're the 2 seed out of the West. The only team that's ranked higher than them is this Lakehead University squad. Lakehead's been able to wear those St. Louis Blues throwback 1994 uniforms that you see out there. They've been able to wear the home whites all 5 of the games that they've played. Minot State, their first game in the road blacks. Maybe if you're superstitious, maybe that kind of goes through. We were talking with Pete Gibb, the head coach for Oakland University last night in the D3 title game. They kept calling it the Oakland Golden Grizzlies is the name. They kept calling them the Golden Bears on the PA system. And by the time they got to the national championship, you got to call us the Golden Bears. You can't call us the Golden Grizzlies because it's going to ruin the momentum.
You know, as the great Michael Scott said, I'm not superstitious, but I am a little stitious. So that's a smart move by them. Just to give you an idea of regular season numbers, Minot State 21-4-1, Lakehead State 14-3-4 during the regular season, but none of that matters except for the national championship, which they play for now. At 4:30 into the game, puck's going to come out to center. And again, most of the plays so far, slight edge to Lakehead University. They try to tip that one in. Finally, Minot's able to come up to it. Mackenzie Bullock trying to get it out of the zone. Look out here. There's 3 players for Lakehead on to one side. They throw it towards the net, and a bad angle shot, and another save was made there by Tornado. Cleared to the line, not out. Held in by number 19 in white Nickel. Nickel plays it along the near side board, and it's going to end up rolling in deep to Pages. Allison Pages throws it to the middle. That deflected away. Coming up is Nichols with a shot, and that caromed off a leg to the far side corner. Looking to wind up and bring it back the other way is going to be Taylor Holland. She got it as far as the line, and now they gain the zone out of it. Back the other way comes Grimstead, trying to fight on through. She handed one on to Bullock, and that shot got deflected and caroms off to the far side corner. Bullock on it again. Right at that Papa John's logo on the far side. It's going to be played around now to the near side. Pinching down the walls, number 11, McGree. Tried to keep it in, and she did, as she got help from Bullock, who basically went from one corner of the ice to the other. She's all over the place on this shift.
She's very active. You never know where she's going to be, but you know wherever she ends up, it's going to be in a scoring opportunity.
That outlet was knifed down by Henry to keep the offensive pressure on. There's a point shot. That didn't get through off the stick of McGree, and it's going to work its way over to the near side boards. It's stabbed on further by Grimstead, and Henry's got it behind the cage, or in the corner, I should say, as it's lobbed out to center ice. Unable to handle it cleanly there at center was Gabby Wingness, but first really solid offensive zone shift of the game for Minot State.
Yeah, good response. Just everybody just stays patient. No worry in the defensive end.
Desimone had an opportunity there. There's a shot, and it's going to be caught as Desimone forced the face-off. or forced the turnover. A little bit of a shot that was pretty easy for Tornado to save, and with 13:45 to go here in the opening stanza, we're still looking for our first goal.
Yeah, common theme both in these zones. Now that you saw Minot State with their first offensive opportunity, everything is pushed to the outside by both of these defenses. Not a lot is coming into the slot, and when it does, it's a jammed up puck that's usually just trickling on net, and these goaltenders are able to make that save.
We've seen a lot of blocks and redirections as well so far in this game, Matt.
Expect nothing less. I expect a defensive battle between these two teams, despite how many goals these two teams score. I expect this one not to be a shootout.
Yeah.
But then we never know.
You're right. But, I mean, it's not crazy to think it's going to be closer. A, you're always gripping the stick a little bit tighter for a national championship. And B, the pool play, you're seeing a lot of different teams there that may not know you as well. These two teams here, they're playing for the big one. So they don't want to make the mistake here as opposed to pool play, where one mistake doesn't necessarily kill you, especially early in a hockey game.
Yeah, I completely agree. And this isn't the first time these two teams have met this season as well. You had a draw and a win for Lakehead. That Lakehead win against this Minot State club, they only had 9 girls on that. They only had about half the bench they brought here to this contest, and they were still able to pick up a win over Minot State. So these two teams are familiar with each other a little bit. They know what each other can do. It's just a matter of exploiting the weaknesses that each of the teams have, and it's finding those little spots that you can capitalize on, especially when the stage is so high here in a national championship.
Absolutely right about that, as Minot was able to make a late change as it's going to be thrown on in further. And into the far side corner it goes. Looking for an outlet here is Holland. She gets it to the boards right about the top of the circles where 5-a-side or 4-a-side do battle, or I should say 2-a-side, 4 total do battle, as it's going to be controlled and sent right back in by Lakehead University. The Thunderwolves will now give chase. It's sent through the middle, and it's going to carry them off the boards awkwardly. Ooh, they had a Bulldog out ahead of that play if it could have been tipped down through. But the Thunderwolves catch a break as it didn't have enough to get out there. Bulldog again had it, couldn't carry it out of the zone. Pages had a couple of stick lifts and couldn't control it. Now we get an opportunity back the other way. With speed, it's Scouty. She's just going to shoot it in and peel off for a change. But Bulldog in there again. She'll start in the near side corner and watch her cover about 2/3 of the ice, I'm sure, as it gets played up the near side boards and now sent through the middle. This is number 10 in white. That's Allison Pages. Played it ahead, and now a delayed offside as Voss carried it in. And I beg your pardon, that was 9 with the lead to Voss, but again, an offside play, and we'll have a center ice face-off with 12:03 to go here in period number 1.
Lakehead's still doing a good job of applying that offensive pressure, but the shots, I got to imagine the shots are probably around 2-1. We haven't seen a whole lot thrown towards the cage. Someone's got to get in those scoring opportunities, and even if you're from the point or even in an odd angle, just throw pucks on net. You never know what's going to happen.
At all 5 levels of this ACHA tournament, I think that's needed to have been the general consensus, and the teams that have been more active just throwing the pucks on the net probably have had better fate. This is going to be chipped on in, and looking to play it around there is going to be Bergeron, or excuse me, check that. No, that was number 21, Siciliano, and now we're going to get our first penalty of the game as we are going to get a cross-checking call, and the first power play of this hockey game, I believe, is going to Lakehead.
Yeah, our head referee for today, Bree Stewart, right in front of that play there. A cross-check has been pretty much the most consistent call we have seen in this tournament so far, and just another victim this time are the Minot State Beavers, and this is not what you want if you're Minot State. You don't want to give this Lakehead opportunity or Lakehead squad an opportunity to try to get that first goal of the game, especially in the game that we're still kind of feeling each other out. That first goal is going to be huge. And now the Thunderwolves get a chance to do that on the power play.
Yeah, the Beavers will get a cross-checking call at 8:23. We mentioned the power play and special teams numbers earlier in this game. Lakehead State, their power play is clipped at 22.2% during the tournament. That's 3rd best of the 12 teams in the pool. But to hold that thought as we may have a breakaway the other way. Shorthanded rush being put on by Henry. She throws the brakes on and just lays it in deep. But a good 15 seconds already killed off that power play. To finish the thought, Minot State, 94.74% while on their penalty kill so far in the 12-team tournament. That is good for 2nd overall.
And I was going to add to that comment as well. Don't be surprised if Minot State gets some shorthanded opportunities. They have a couple of shorthanded goals in this tournament already, and you saw Sammy Jo Henry with that last opportunity.
And another good play there made by Henry as she knocked the player off the puck and sent it back down the length of the ice. Farrah Nickel will now look to set up. And again, more of a force. This time it's being done by Brianna Bergeron. Good force by her. Turned over and deep, and that's going to allow Grimstead to take some more time off the clock. Lakehead University can't get it cleared, and now they will. Unable to handle it cleanly there was Armstrong. She'll go ahead and give chase. They wave a wand and can't get it away from the player there, and it's going to be shot the length of the ice. And Minot State so far has been very good on this first minute 5 of the power play.
Well, you can see why they've only given up 1 power play goal in this tournament. Excellent job in the defensive zone, getting turnovers, now getting turnovers on the offensive side.
There was an opportunity that was picked off the wall by Gowdy. She holds along the boards. Lakehead can't seem to get control of the puck here. Nice spin-away move there by Grimstead in the far side corner after Gowdy had broken it up. And now it's just a 2-on-3. Gowdy trying to force it off. It gets chipped in and it'll roll into the corner. Let's see if Lakehead can get something going on the power play here. They force the turnover side of the cage. Good pick up there by Desimone. Sent rink wide. Top of the circle, a shot. That's going to skid her wide and come around to the near side boards. It's picked up there by Flaherty. Flaherty now sends it on back to the point. Chipping it in further was Armstrong, but it got knocked down on the way through, and it's going to be brought back by Grimstead. Grimstead, one of those leading scorers we talked about off the top. She gained the blue line, fell down, but still made the play from her knees with just 2 and now 1. Even strength hockey here, 0 for 1 on the man advantage, Lakehead University. They get back on side and chop it in deep. They need to make changes. Beavers now looking to load up. Outlet pass there was knocked down at the line, and that was just fired right back in by ACHA Voss. It's going to camera around to the far side corner. Looking to reverse flow there was Becker. She ended up getting caught up in a 2-man battle, and it's going to be played around on the backhand here by Bullock down low. Into the near side corner, and now Minot with speed here. Bullock with speed coming up, left wing side through the middle, and that shot was blocked. Good job there, holding position. That was by number 12 in white, Wilcox, who's been very good defensively in this tournament. Centering pass there was intercepted, and now Voss looks to go the other way. We get a little bit of pace to this game now. That's stolen at center ice. Turning back in is Holland. Holland had to fight off a check as 2 bodies come together along the boards. It's going to roll harmlessly on over to Wilcox. She's going to tap it off the wall. Nobody there in white to receive. And the Beavers have it back at center, but a good follow-up by Wilcox to jab it in deep. 8:33 to go in a scoreless first period. Beavers now looking to bring it out of their own end. Circling back as they didn't like what they had. Look out here, a little bit of a collision as it's tied up along the near side wall. They dig, and it's going to come out free, and they turn it back. Here comes Minot State now. Henry, she gained the red line and fired it in deep. Gone about 3 or 4 minutes here without a whistle. Good pace as it picks up. Circling back is going to be Dodek. She's going to tap it off the boards for it to be picked up by Wilcox. Long shift for her. It gets out to center. Free puck's going to be grabbed and brought on. Here they come with speed over the line. They tried to get it over to Armstrong. It got knocked away. Control back by Holland behind the net. She lost it. All Thunderwolves trying to get the offense going here. They wanted to center it, and seeing enough of that, taking the whistle will be Shelby Tornado, and we will get a whistle and a face-off with 7:44 to go in the opening period.
Yeah, just again, same thing. The only pucks that either of these goaltenders have seen have been those jam shots or the jam throws towards the front of the cage and just able to cover it. And was Tornado that time. That's not the first time, and that probably won't be the last time we'll see something like that here in this first period.
But I would say, Matt, that was probably the best 5-minute stretch of up and down hockey we've had so far in this game.
Very even that we saw in that last shift, but teams going back and forth, but still no shots, though. No one's really had a great scoring opportunity in this game.
Could not agree more as it's played back behind the Minot State net. Looking for an outlet here. It's just going to tap it up the wall. It's going to be Gabby Wingness. It stays along the boards, and now they'll have to try again on the other side as Grimstead had it. They reverse flow again. Grimstead along the near side slot. It's going to be turned over there. Look out as it's held in, and that's going to be rolled toward the cage. Never even got there as it was knocked away again by Wingness. Now the far side boards. Tapped up the wall and controlled by the Beavers. They will look to bring it out a third time here. This time they use it with speed. Good speed here by Bullock. Gaining the line. All the way in she goes. Throws the brakes on. Bumped off slightly. Keeps it going all the way down below the goal line. She got help there in deep by Grimstead, but it ends up being turned over and back the other way. We come with the Thunderwolves with speed over the line. That's Desimone's shot. Desimone's shot was blocked away, and they go in on a retrieval, circling in the circle. Can you circle in a circle? Yeah, they did there, right?
I think you could.
Yeah, okay, good enough. Brought on back the other way by the Beavers. Trying to drag on was Grimstead. She couldn't get through, but with some room on the fine side is Gowdy. Gowdy makes a move. Look out here, top of the circle. There's a shot, and that didn't miss by much coming on the far side. Rebound's going to be held in and pushed back in further by Henry. Angled around, and it's going to get to the far side corner. Carlson couldn't get it out, and it's going to end up going into the near side corner now. That's fired around the boards. They get help down there by Armstrong. She tapped it back in further, but it ended up being turned over. Play to the middle, and just unable to reach it there was Gowdy. Turn and fire. That shot was blocked as it goes into the nationwide sign in the corner. Trying to protect there is Henry. There's a shot on, and a save was made as holding that post very nicely was Seeley. And we will get a whistle and a face-off with 5 minutes and 47 seconds to go in the first period.
Yeah, excellent job. Best shift of the game for Minot State. Getting a couple of good looks on Seeley, but Seeley able to see it the entire way, make that final save, holds on for a whistle, allows her team to change, get a new fresh line out there.
We also want to give credit to the 3 officials out there, as Bree Stewart is the referee, the 2 linesmen, Haley Ludwig, Jess Fry, getting the honors of being the officials in this national championship game. As we get a puck that goes out of play.
Take another look here at this shot. Just a shot from the top of the point. Seeley able to see it the entire way. You'll see another one from their goal cam back behind. Just kind of thrown out in front to see what happens, because you have Bergeron right in front of the play there, just trying to ready to tap it home if that rebound came out. We talked about in the pregame, it's going to be the rebounds and the lateral the side-to-side movement that's going to beat these goaltenders, and that's what you like to see if you're Minot State, just throwing that puck towards the net, see what happens.
And to your point, though, she hadn't gotten all the way in front. She was coming down to be in front of the netminder, and every level of hockey, traffic creates goals, and goaltenders don't like traffic. So let's see if that can continue. Meanwhile, it's going to be brought back on by the Thunderwolves. There's a shot, and that ended up going wide off the stick of Armstrong. Puck's going to camera around to the outside rim of the near side circle, get pushed back up the boards. Coming out with it is going to be Minot. That's number 11 in black, McGree. She gained the red line and just dumped it in deep. With a little time and space back behind the play will be Wilcox. Long bomb pass, found its mark in number 15, Verheyen. Haven't mentioned her name much, see if she can get it going. Verheyen now on a follow-up. She gets crunched into the boards, but keeps the puck in control. Verheyen in this tournament, 1 goal to her credit, as it's going to be taken away by the Beavers and cleared on up. Doesn't get out, though, as holding the line nicely there was number 7, Mary Flaherty. Now it's dug out of the corner. Nice, nifty little inside-outside move. Shot was put on, but it missed the net off the stick of number 5, Sawyer. We come back along the near side boards. Pushed back in further. This time it was kept by Flaherty again. Lakehead looking to get a little cycle going. They throw that one towards the cage. It got a deflected side of the net, and just unable to get enough on it or control was Lakehead University, but it will lead to an offensive zone face-off with 4:18 to go on the first period clock.
Yeah, good job by Tornado, able to just hold on to that post, that puck just getting deflected in, just looking for that, kind of trying to catch Tornado a little off guard, kind of sliding over, but she does a good job holding on to that post, making that save.
Minot State wins the draw, and they will bring it on out. Full speed ahead is Grimstead. She'll angle it into the far side corner. Over there to play it is going to be Nickel. She fires it up the near side and over to Pages, and they go rink wide. Good passing on this breakout, and they get another good one to hit Nickel in full flight. Looking to get wide, lowering the shoulder, throws the brakes on. They survey and now dump it back in. It actually got right back to her. Now they work it over to the point with Flaherty. There's a shot blocked.
Excellent block.
Big block there as Flaherty now just decides to chip it on in further. Trying to protect and hold on to it as Allison Pages. She hands it on off as the outside rim of the circle. They turn, played on back to the point. Flaherty didn't have the shot line there, so she just throws it back in. Again, Allison Pages in deep. Wants the center. She had somebody creep into the front. It was Voss. Couldn't get the pass through as Minot closed that off. Little bit of a bump there. Referee says play on with 3:22 to go in the first period. It's sent rink wide. Good feed there. A shot bouncing on through, and the rebound just came free. And another shot off the rebound. Flaherty tried to tip it in again. She's got it again and just pumps it in. That's going to be knocked away to the corners. Voss retreats. Good zone time here by Lakehead University. It's going to be controlled, though. Finally, Minot looks to clear it. They get it to the line and not out as they joust away at it along the near side boards. It is out to center, and now looking to get in wide here is Carlson. She'll bring it in 1-on-4, but she forces the Beavers to not change. Centering pass there, got knifed down, bouncing around, and tipped into the corner by Armstrong. She'll lay it on back to the point. Winding and firing. That shot missed wide. It was off the stick of Siciliano. All Thunderwolves right now. Beavers need a clear if they can get it. It's tapped around by Holland, far side corner. Looking for a clear now is Bergeron. She'll work it back around to the near side. 2:29 left in the period. It's been about a minute of offensive zone time here for the Thunderwolves, where the Beavers have been unable to change. They'll get a couple new bodies on now. Now moving to the middle, though. Look out here. A chance. A shot and a save was made. Good cut through the middle and an opportunity there by Carlson. And now it's going to be cleared out to center. And the rest of the Beavers should be able to change. They go attack 2-on-1. But it was a good job to be able to reverse flow by the Thunderwolves, and we are going to get I believe that's a too many men signal at center ice.
Yeah, that's what it looks like here, and I think it's on Minot. Just getting a little flustered, trying to get a line change there. That's the best shift of the game for Lakehead. Is they were dominant in the offensive zone, throwing everything they could at Tornado. I think they doubled the shot count in the entire period in that just one shift for the Thunderwolves, and that caused Minot State to get a little flustered in trying to make that line change. They end up with 6 girls out on the ice, and that leads to yet another power play for the Thunderwolves.
I wonder if that was maybe just as much as a bad luck change there, because the puck was played up the wall, and while they were changing, it might have hit somebody that was coming on or going off the ice, and that's the play that the referees have to call.
Yeah, it's the worst feeling if you're out there skating when you're trying to make that line change, trying to get back in the contest after a dominating shift by your opponent. Then a puck hits one of your skates as you're trying to change, and next thing you know, you're going down a skater down in the box.
And now they get a little bit of speed in as Voss will bring it in, cut to the middle. That shot kind of was stubbed, blocked, if you will, where sticks collided and it just fluttered to the netminder Tornado, who will grab it off and make the save.
Yeah, she'll take those every day. Shelby Tornado just a shot out in front. Good job by Voss coming in and trying to get that on net. Just took a deflection and an easy glove save for Tornado.
But Lakehead does get the offensive zone faceoff while working to the man advantage. It's going to be won by the Beavers. They're going to try to fire it around the boards. Good job racing over to keep it in. If they did, got a little bit of a rough angle down here as the Beavers do force it out to center. Good work there by the Beavers. And turning back is going to be, that was Sawyer. Throwing the brakes on, Carlson drops it off. Carlson gets it back, looks to walk in. From the dot, a shot, a riser, and that got the glass. Rebound, Karam's out to the left point, taken by the Beavers and slid as far as center. Wrapping up, and Nickel has it. Sends it rink wide. Zone time gained again. They swing it on back to Nickel. Tips it on back in further to Carlson, and we get a whistle.
It's too many men now on Lakehead.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's called by the back official here.
Now, it must have been behind the play because they only had 5 when the puck had moved all the way up ice. But the Beavers will take that as Lakehead and the Thunderwolves going to be short, or we're going to go 4 aside actually for 49 seconds.
Yeah, it's a big break for Minot State, and that's not what you want if you're Lakehead. You have all that dominating time in this offensive zone, then you take just a silly too many men on the ice call.
So 19:02 is going to be the time of the too many men on the ice call. 4 aside. Let's see if the open ice changes anything here. That's jabbed through the crease. Nobody on the backside. Coming on in and pinching in and pushing it in further, there was Balog. It gets tipped up the boards, but Balog's going to be able to grab it again. Laying it back down low. She's going to go right to the front of the net. Sharp angle shot, save, rebound is loose in the foot of the crease, and it's going to be cleared to the slot, not out. Henry a shot. That's on, and oh, what a snag. A double save there as Seeley made the save and then followed it up by snatching it with the glove.
Excellent job from Megan Joseph Seeley. Able to track that puck after a skirmish in front. That's the biggest test of her first period there. Just a one shot thrown towards the front of the cage. Kicks out right in front. We'll take another look here at the last one. Henry firing that one. Seeley able to shrug it off and hold on as another Beaver entered that play. Excellent job.
Face-off win and redirected, and just missing a redirection in front. I believe that was 22 Grimstead. Now the Beavers starting to flex the muscles here late in the period. Into the final 5 seconds we go. Trying to push it on further, and that's a good job by the Thunderwolves to force it back, and that is how the first 20 come to a close. It was a feeling out process really through the first, I'd say 10 minutes or so. Things started to open up in the final 10 though, Matt.
Yeah, both teams got a couple of good looks on net there in the final, probably about 5 minutes or so. As both teams just throwing on the net, getting good opportunities. Good credit Seeley and Tornado doing a good job of keeping that puck out of the net. As they just doing a good job, and I'm curious to see what comes out now. Power play for Minot State coming out of this timeout. coming out of this intermission, they'll get the power play to start it, see if they can kind of dictate their will on their first man advantage, see if they can try to get that first goal. I think for the first time, maybe that's a first scoreless first period that I have seen in this tournament.
I agree with you, and let's see how that changes as we are through 20 minutes of play. No score here in the women's ACHA Division II National Championship game. We're coming right on back after this.
Hey, this is Jason with Howie's Hockey Tape, here to tell you about our top quality polo shirts for any occasion, whether you're out on the golf course or out with friends. Our dry fit polo will keep sweat away from your body and keep you on your game. Stay dry, cool, and looking good with your Howie's polo.
My name is Kelly Lorenz, and I'm the Team Store Specialist here at Aries. AriesTeamStore.com is our solution to helping coaches put together spiritwear sales and fundraising.
My name is Adam Walters, and I'm the head boys and girls track coach at Olentangy Orange High School. The fundraising feature of AriesTeamStore.com is nice because you can add $1 or $2 to every item, and then if you have 100 kids and they all buy one item, you just made a quick, easy $100 or $200. It's effective and simple, easy to use, and you get great apparel.
Shoot it, and she hits it.
Are you ready, Columbus? Then join us for the debut of the NCAA Women's Final Four at Nationwide Arena. Get ready to see it all, do it all, and go for it all. March 29th through April 1st. The party never stops, and the fun never ends. Join us all weekend long. Visit ncaa.com/Women's Final Four today.
Hey, I'm Dave from Howie's, and I'm here to tell you what makes Howie's cloth tape the best tape on the market. It starts with strength. Our tape is made with a poly cotton blend, and it has the highest thread count of any tape on the market. It's going to last longer. Next is adhesive. We use an aggressive adhesive that will guarantee this tape will stay on your stick. That's what it's supposed to do, right? I promise you'll love this tape.
It's the feeling you get when it all rushes back. The lights, the sounds, the thrill. This memory has been earned and preserved for a lifetime. Every ring has its story. What will yours say?
For over a century, Columbus has had an appetite for sports. As our city grew, so did our ravenous hunger for more. More sports, more of the time. And not just the mainstream, we wanted it all. A sports city founded on determination, focus, strength. We were never mediocre, and to this day, we never settle. We're a bunch of sports-crazed, competition junkies dying to sink our teeth into whatever game, match, tournament, league, or season thrown our way. You see, Columbus is full of passion. Passion for all that sports embody. Hope, challenges, progress. As we continue our journey to be one of the world's best sports destinations, it's clear Columbus has no off-season.
Hello, this is Harriet Howie's. Not all hockey pucks are created equal. This is a Canadian-made high-density rubber puck. It is chip resistant. If you'd like, we'll put your team's logo on a case of these pucks. This is a good product.
There's people who care where I'm going, and good friends who welcome me home. So get a full tank of freedom, drive the American road. And with a full tank of freedom, find your own highway, we'll take you wherever you go. Take you wherever you go.
Hey, this is Betsy from Howie's, and I want to tell you a little bit about our hoodies. They're made with a polyester and pre-shrunk cotton blend, which means they're not going to shrink down on you. They're really thick and super soft on the inside. They also have these classy Howie's cloth laces on them. So whether you're at the rink or out on the pond, I know you're going to love this hoodie.
Welcome back inside the Ohio Health Ice House here as we're playing the ACHA Division II Women's National Championship Tournament. I'm Thomas, this is Matt. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the highlights from period number one, Matt.
Yeah, just a couple of good looks here. You see a deflected shot that just kind of trickles onto Tornado. We saw this a couple of times where not a whole lot of the shots were necessarily just thrown on net. They were either deflections that kind of took a thing. You see another deflection the other way. Actually, a defender for Lakehead forced Sealy into that save. Then Minot State, their best shift of the game, getting a good look on Sealy again. This will take another look from the back of the goal cam here. Just kind of thrown from the top of the circle. Sealy able to cut off that post, had Bergeron cutting out in front. This was Lakehead's best opportunity. That kind of pinballs around in the slot, gets a couple of blocks as Tornado just kind of shuffled that out there. Good defense by Minot State, able to cut that off and get a block and send it back the other way. And then this was the best shot from Minot. Two good looks as Sealy had to come over and make that save. Gets a little tumble from Balog in front. So much traffic in front. I don't know how Sealy was able to find that, and let alone track it and cover it. as she was able to make that save. Neither team really a big scoring chance in that opportunity. We saw it kind of pick up the pace a little bit in the final maybe 2-3 minutes or so. Lakehead had a great job in the offensive zone, maybe got 1 or 2 good looks. Then Minot State towards the end, once we went to 4-on-4 there after the conflicting back, too many skaters on the ice, Minot State got a good opportunity. Now they get to start this second period on the power play. I'm very curious to see how they come out in this second frame. It's always hard to start a period on the power play, but it's going to be as good a chance as any for Minot State to try and take that first goal of the game.
You're absolutely right. As we crown 2 more national champions today, our final 2 national champions, as it's just been a great 10, 11 days of hockey here in Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, it's been absolutely fantastic. Starting with the men's Division I tournament, you had Adrian, a dominating performance against Illinois in that men's Division I championship. Florida Gulf Coast, same thing against Lindenwood in the Division II tournament. You see, last night we crowned our Division III champion in Hope College. They're able to weather the storm from Oakland. They had a couple late goals to make that one interesting, but they get the win. That's been the key in national championship games. It's been dominating offense. You've seen 8 goals, 7 goals, 7 goals in those 3 national championship games out of your tournament winners. We haven't seen one yet here, but I imagine we'll probably get to about that 3-goal mark. I think if the team can get to that mark from what we saw from the first 20 minutes, I think that would be enough for one of these tickets and print their name on that national championship trophy.
And as I said, we do still have one more coming up next. The Division I Women's ACHA National Champion will be crowned, as it will be the Adrian College Bulldogs playing the Liberty Flames.
That's right. And Liberty looked dominating yesterday in the semifinal against Colorado. Just an onslaught of offense for them. They'll be up to Adrian. The Cardiac Kids, I'll have to say, out of Adrian College, yet another overtime win in the semifinal to punch their ticket to take on Liberty today. That's going to be a fun one, as we'll have that call for you later on this afternoon. But we still got a national title to decide here in the Women's 2 division, though.
Yeah, and I just want to mention, if you get a chance, go and check out on the ACHA network on YouTube that snipe goal that put Adrian in the national championship.
It was one of the best you'll see regardless of the divisions.
Yeah, one of the best shots in the entire tournament. 2 inches for the puck to go in, and that's the 2 inches it found. But let's get back to action here as a power play is underway now for Minot State. This is their first power play opportunity of the game. The Thunderwolves are 0 for 2 on the man advantage. Beavers kind of hemmed in their own end and a turnover forced. Good defensive play in deep there by Sawyer as she continues to tie it up along the boards. Great work by her. Only 40 to go on the man advantage now. They try to dig it out. Sawyer still has it locked up against the boards. Now she flips sides and looks to get through, and she draws a penalty as a result. Great job by Sawyer there, and it's right back into the offensive zone, and a centering pass did not work. But Sawyer, a credit to her, Alexandra Sawyer, the Thunder Bay, Ontario native, does a good job killing a penalty all by herself.
Yeah, excellent job from Sawyer. Just gains the offensive zone and doesn't let go as she just maintains the zone, able to tie that puck up in the corner, not allow Minot State to dig it out, and then until it got to the point where Minot State just had to upend her just to try to get that puck. I'll take another look here, is just grabbing a stick on the way was Henry, and there's nothing you can do about that. That's a cut and copy penalty on Minot State. Now we'll play 4-on-4 yet again before Lakehead gets their 3rd power play opportunity of the game. They've already had 3 opportunities to try and cash one in. Nothing yet, thanks to that Minot defense.
Yep, they had 1 full. Their 2nd was abbreviated due to the too many men penalty, and their 3rd will be abbreviated, but they're still going to get well over 1:30. And there's a break, too, as that puck's going to go the length of the ice for icing with just 1 second left. So this is a big face-off opportunity. If Lakehead can get the victory here on the draw, they can set up right on the power play with their player coming out of the box.
Yeah, absolutely. You get that puck, you get that extra attacker coming right out of the box. Get a chance to set up in the zone, trying to move that puck around, get some open space, try to put that that puck on net.
They're able to keep it in for a moment, and now it's going to be cleared by the Beavers. It's going to roll the length of the ice. That's number 8 trying to cut in there. That's Taylor Holland. It's tied up for a moment, and now kicked down back, and it looks like the Thunderwolves are going to have an opportunity to break out. 1-on-2 over the line. 2-on-3 now forms over the line. Throwing the brakes on is Desimone. She'll drop it on back to the point, looking to find an area through his nickel. She did not, as she pass it across. They look for a cross-ice centering pass to Carlson. It didn't connect, and having to retreat to center is the aforementioned nickel. They touch up and bring it right back in. Still a minute with which to work on the man advantage. held in by the Thunderwolves. They will move it straight on. Looking for a shot. They send it rink wide to the right wing side. A shot on and a save was made, as really everything to the outside there. Feel like you need to kind of collapse down low to get a better opportunity on that.
No, and it's just watching from up here, you get a better look at it. You can see it on the screen as well. Just that it's that wide open box that Minot State uses in the penalty kill. They are able to force everything out wide. Lakehead trying to use that umbrella, kind of going from the top over to the sides, moving it back and forth. But with that box that Minot State's using, there's nowhere to shoot.
As there's a shot, and that was just actually ended up being knocked down and controlled, nearly a turnover, and they do force a turnover. The Lakehead's going to pull back, though. Lakehead University's going to pull back and hold it on the outside rim of the far side circle. That was Sawyer playing it back to the point. They work it over to the near side where Dodek has it. She hands it off down low. They send her through the middle in a redirection. Just goes high and wide of the net. I believe that was Voss in there making the play. They hold it in, and it gets right back to number 8, Voss. Outside rim of the circle, now to the bottom of the circle. Taking a look around, and now we'll go behind the cage with 13 to go on the man advantage. Carlson gives it back to Voss in the corner. She will look and send it on back to the point. A wind and drive, and that shot got blockered away. Traffic in front by Sawyer. Another play to the middle, and they score! Side of the net, Carlson. 1-0, Thunderwolves.
Well, 6th goal of the tournament for Carlson, and that's a big one for Lakehead. As I mentioned, you're going to need that side-to-side movement to beat one of these goaltenders, and that's exactly what we see. Take another look. The puck goes over on the far boards, sent right out in front, takes a deflection right to the stick of Carlson. Empty net to shoot at, and she just puts it home. Right place, right time for Carlson, just waiting on that back door, and scores the first goal in the national championship.
I believe that should be a power play tally. The penalty was at 46 seconds, the goal at 2:45. So by my math, there was 1 second left on the clock, unless we got something wrong there, so we'll listen for the official call. But what's most important is that the goal is for Carlson.
Number 21, Julia Siciliano at 2:45. Power play goal scored by Carlson, assisted by Voss and Siciliano at 2:45.
So the goal will be Carlson from Voss and Siciliano, as you hear the great Andy Storrs announce it, and it will be a power play tally, making the Thunderwolves 1 for 3 now on the man advantage.
How about ACHA Voss? 9 assists now in this tournament, 13 points. That leads everybody.
A turnover at center and a nice little stick lift. They try to dangle on through, and it's brought right back in by Amanda Pages. Another nice move, and Pages a shot save. Rebound loose, and another stop by Tornado, and the third shot got pushed out of the cage, and Tornado had to push Pages off of her stick so that she could get back into the crease. Cleared down the ice. They race on back for it, and it's going to be set up here for Siciliano, who assisted on the first goal of the game. There's a drive, and that just got the stick as it was put out of play on a good job there by Sealy to force it out of play.
Yeah, excellent job from Lakehead. They're not allowing Minot State to go anywhere near that cage up until that last opportunity. Firing that puck on net, Tornado had to make another great save, dealing with a lot of traffic out in front, as Lakehead kind of took what they needed to take the lessons learned out of that first period, knowing that they need to start throwing pucks towards the net, and that's what they've been doing. That led to that first goal that we saw in that power play.
Kicked out of the draw will be the Lakehead State center ice woman, and they get a fresh center ice woman out there, and now it'll be an opportunity for the Thunderwolves to get it as far as center ice, but it's brought right back in by Minot. Now it's kicked right back out. Now it's brought right back in. Here comes Minot, a shot. They score! Henry through traffic. We're tied at 1.
Well, when you need an answer, especially in a national championship, who do you turn to? You turn to your leading goal scorer in the tournament. 8 goals now for Sammy Jo Henry, a laser shot. You're going to see a great look on this replay coming up. Just take a look. Henry walking in, a lot of traffic, picks the top corner. Excellent shot from Henry. Nothing Sealy can do about it. And just like that, it is 1-1.
A smart man named Matt said the first to 3 might be enough, and now we've seen some goals, so it might very well be that race to 3. There's a shot, and that skittered just wide. A couple of goals seem to open things up a little bit here. Let's keep the offense going.
Say, what a shot from Henry. That's an excellent shot, just picking that top corner. We saw the power play goal, just a kind of deflection that led to an empty net goal. That was an excellent goal scorer's goal for Henry.
And there was another opportunity, just unable to finish it, was a Thunderwolf player, and that looked like number 9, unable to finish the backhand move, was Allison Pages. Right back up and spanked right back in by Carlson. It's going to carry him around to the near side corner. Getting over there is going to be Kendall Becker. Becker couldn't get it out. It's thrown to the middle again. That got deflected, and that's going to be slammed the length of the ice. This will have enough for icing, and with plenty of space, we will get the icing call with 14:40 to go.
Yeah, just nothing Grimstad could really do on that opportunity. You just forced to just play it out. You saw the pressure coming from Lakehead as they're trying to respond to that goal from the Beavers with a goal of their own. Nothing Grimstad can do but just ice that puck, reset, and live to fight another day.
Offensive zone faceoff now for Lakehead. They will win the draw and fire it in from the ACHA logo. That was blocked, and it could be numbers back the other way. Henry, who's got the goal, moving in, left wing side, trying to cut to the middle, and she got bumped off. Good defensive play getting back by Gazamone. Centering pass there got deflected, and now we work over into the near side corner. It's going to be dug out and carried right back on. A little bit of a collision. It's going to lead to a power play. What's going to be the official call? It's going to be a check. And I believe the Thunderwolves are headed to the 4th power play of the game.
Yeah, it's going to be Sammy Jo Henry, the goal scorer, is going to go take a seat here. That body contact. Say, body contact is allowed. Body checking is not allowed in the women's divisions. Unfortunately for Henry, just getting a little too much of the body that time, ends up dumping that Thunderwolf in the corner. Didn't see who it was right in front of the Minot State bench, but it's another power play for Lakehead. They capitalized on the last one. Let's see what they do here with this next opportunity.
And just want to touch on that thought for a minute as it's played around. There is definitely a big difference between body checking and body contact.
Absolutely.
You can body contact somebody to pin them to the boards and try to allow teammates to come in, but an open ice sort of shrug off, bump into the wall, entirely different, not allowed.
Yeah, absolutely. It's that incidental contact that you hear so much in the non-check leads. It's a great save for a Tornado there, but you see it a lot in the men's league, the men's leagues and the rec leagues across the countries here in the U.S. and Canada. The incidental contact, you can kind of run into someone if you're going to play the puck, but it's that, as you mentioned, that little shrug that's going to get you in trouble.
It was Dodick who had that shot on that Tornado was able to make the save on, and we get an offensive zone face-off in the left wing circle for Lakehead University as they still have 1:34 with which to work on their power play. They draw as one cleanly on back. Now they work it over to the point. There's a drive. Oh! What a rocket by Voss. I don't think it hit anybody on the way through. And it's going to be 2-1 Lakehead.
Well, we got goal scorer goals plenty in this one. ACHA Voss, top of the point. A lot of traffic out in front. And just a laser shot to beat Tornado to take that power play goal to put them back up 2-1. We'll see if we can get another look at it. Let's take a look. Right off the draw, quick pass, top of the point. Everyone comes to the front. Tornado didn't see until the very last moment. By then it was too late as ACHA Voss, a fantastic goal. You know why she's the leading point scorer on this Lakehead team. A power play goal. They're second of the game, and it's 2-1.
Yep, they do give the goal to Voss. It sounded like they said 18 on the assist. We'll double check that, but moral of the story, we're looking at a 2-1 game. Yep.
At 6-16 on the power play.
That was Dodick on the assist, and now the Thunderwolves are looking for more. Outside rim of the circle, that shot is blocked. Rebound's going to end up into the corner, and looking to clear it around is going to be Bergeron. It's now passed on up, doesn't get out of the zone on the first attempt. Henry tries to get it out, and they will, and now they'll bring it on back the other way. Bergeron wanted to cut through, could not. It's turned over, and back comes Sawyer. Flat-footed, but able to gain some speed wide. Here is Allison Pages. They move it to the middle. Look out here, and Tornado's got that one as Carlson let it go. And that's a big save to keep us at 2-1 with 12:52 to go in period number 2.
Let's take a little look at that goal. Voss, top of the screen here. Look at all that traffic that Tornado has to look through. Nothing she can really do about that one. That beats her just over the top of that blocker.
What I like about that, everybody's moving to the right on the play. She puts that shot back to the left corner and it hits the net.
And that's usually going to get in the back of the net every time. If you're at home looking for that thing, usually when you come across, that best place to pick is that corner that you just came from, because everybody is sliding over the other way.
Yeah, and Carlson nearly did the same thing, cutting through the middle and try to backhand to the far post. Meanwhile, a near steal as Bulldog tries to come away with it, and she got tied up. A little bit of an extra shove as her stick was tied up, but we play on with 12:24 to go in a second period. There's a lead feed and gets out of the zone, and now it's going to get rolled right at the blue line. Who's got it? And it's going to be found at center ice. Nice little drag back and control by Grimstead. She had her stick lifted but was able to regain control, wanted to slam it in further, and now Grimstead will give chase. She's forced by, I believe that was 3 Carlson on a long shift. Played around to the near side boards. They tip it to the line, not out. Throw it towards the cage, and what a redirection, just wide off the stick of Grimstead. Now a clear and a break. Can they get in? Yes. In comes Carlson on the forehand. Stick checked and swept away. What a defensive play on the back check by Bulldog. Still held in, though, by the Thunderwolves. They play it over to the near side wall, trying to keep control, and they lay it on back to the point. There's a drive. That hit a skate, caroms off to the corner. Pace definitely picking up here in period number 2. That puck sent through the periphery of the crease. Controlled now on the backside, and now they move it down low. Trying to walk out of the corner, a centering pass there. It never found its mark in Voss. And it's going to be flipped high and will roll on down to the netminder here as Seeley will tee it up, and we go right again. Period of the long change. That creates some open ice. Back in come the Thunderwolves, trying to drag on through. Good job, good skate by Holland to kick it away. Now maybe a 2-on-2 with Henry coming back. Good speed over the line, left wing side. That shot on is saved and held, and unable to get to the front of the net was Bergeron. But really, some good back and forth action here, Matt.
Yeah, excellent job. This thing is picked up here in the second period. After a stalemate in that first 20 minutes, both teams have found the back of the net a couple of times here, and just a lot more shots. You saw shots 9-5 in that first period in favor of Lakehead. I'd be surprised if we're not at that tally so far here in the second.
And it looks like a power play is upcoming, and the Beavers are going to get the opportunity here as we're going to get a checking penalty, and the Beavers 0 for 1 on an abbreviated power play. They will get their second of the game.
And I believe that's Voss that's coming into the box for Lakehead for that body check.
Put this on the board at the 9-minute, 6-second mark. Voss for a body check.
Big chance here for Minot State to kind of respond to that power play goal. We've seen both the tallies that the Thunderwolves have in this contest are power play goals. This is the first big chance for Minot State to do the same.
There's a shot, and it's loose at the side of the cage, and Seeley had to get down on it as that came off the backboards, awkwardly bounced to the middle, and just hit a pad, but she was able to hold it to the post.
Yeah, we've seen how active these boards can be. We've seen even just this morning a couple of Blue Jackets players here for a morning skate around, just firing it off the backboards there. It can come out very quickly back out in front of the cage. Good job by Seeley to shut the door on that one.
Now the power play continues for Minot State as it's tied up below the goal line. Dug out by the Beavers. They will take a look and survey as they have it on the outside rim of the near side circle. They feathered across. Actually, it hit a leg, but came in front. And room on the short side. And Christensen just couldn't get it in. Cleared to the line, not out, held by Grimstead. She's going to make a move. Top of the circle to the dot. Looking to run a give and go. It couldn't be handled cleanly. So side of the cage, it's thrown on back to the point. Dangerous play there. It's kept in for a moment. Stab to the line and down the ice. Big clear there for the Thunderwolves.
Almost a 2-on-0 there for Lakehead on that opportunity. Minot State able to shut the door and try to gain momentum on this power play. And again, look, it's Sawyer down there. 4 Beavers trying to get that puck out away from Sawyer.
Sawyer drew the penalty on the last power play that the Beavers had, and she gets an offensive zone face-off for her team there. I tell you, that's something that's not going to score up in the score sheet, but Alexandra Sawyer, I beg your pardon, has just been phenomenal on the penalty kill.
Oh, yeah, if this score holds the rest of the way, the trip back up to Ontario would be a great story to tell for Sawyer. You remember those 2 times when I held that puck in the offensive end for almost half a power play? Excellent job from Sawyer. That's the second time she's been that active and that successful on the penalty kill.
She drew a penalty on the first Beaver power play, and there she took probably 20 seconds and got an offensive zone faceoff. Again, doesn't show up in the box score, but that's big time coming off the clock. And they get a steal. Can they get it deep? That's knocked down with a high stick, and it was played between the 2 Beaver defensewomen who have to come back, and that's Holland. Looks to cut underneath. Holland throws the brakes on. And now the Beavers will look to bring it out. There's a long bomb pass that finds its mark. Gowdy with room on the left wing side. Looks, surveys, lowers the shoulder, and wants to spin it on back to Bullock. She was right behind her. Now it goes all the way into the corner with 9:10 to go in the second period. Only 13 to go in the man advantage. Beavers now wrapping the net. Throw it in front, and it comes all the way back out to the left point. There's a shot, and that was going wide, and it just caroms off the board, off the stick of Holland. Now we tie it up 2 aside with 1 and now none, and now they break out. Look out here. It's a foot race, but unable to get to it fast enough. As it was played away by the netminder, Voss just couldn't quite get there. They get another chance, 2-on-1 in front. They play it on. Oh, and what a stop by Tornado! Mark that save down with 8:41 to go.
Excellent job by Shelby Tornado, able to shut the door on that one. A grade A chance for the Thunderwolves to take that 2-goal lead. Shelby Tornado comes out of that crease, able to shut the door, says no to that one. An excellent job. Take a quick look here. Wide open in front, and Tornado able to make the great save.
Amanda Page has had the shot, but it just would not go, and now the Beavers will look to clear it out. They turn it over, though. Look out here. Could be an opportunity, unable to push it on for. There was Desimone, and they keep it in. On the backhand, Pages is just trying to fight through a whole bunch of stuff here, and eventually she swung on down. This could be a 3-on-3 for the Beavers. They gain the line. Grimstead sends it on through, and just unable to get a stick on it there was the Minot State forward. Played on back up the near side wall, and it'll clear the zone. It's going to end up rolling on back to Harem. It's turned over. Look out here. Desimone, a shot, and that got the backboards on a good-looking drive. Thunderwolves on it again. They seem to be carrying play in this period a lot more clearly. Thunderwolves have it on the outside rim of the circle. Now they hand it on off. Everybody switching positions. A drive, a save, and the rebound got kicked away. And it's going to be carried on back. Now the Beavers looking for a rush opportunity. They've got it in the right player's hands. Bullock, and she had it checked off. Right at the blue line, they wait. They get back on side, and it's brought in by McGree, but they did not wait long enough, as it's going to be offside and a center ice face-off coming up. And with that, we're going to go and step aside. 2-1, Lakehead leads Minot State.
The 2018 ACHA National Championships are brought to you by Barron's Championship Rings, the official ring vendor for all ACHA National Champions and Hall of Famers. And by Marathon, fueling the American spirit.
And we are back. As you see, the Blue Jackets logo just cannot, again, thank the Columbus area, the Columbus Blue Jackets, enough for hosting us for the 10 days of this tournament.
Oh, it's been absolutely fantastic here. We're just a stone's throw from Nationwide Arena, home of the Blue Jackets, who, by the way, have won 9 straight. Maybe we're rubbing off on the Blue Jackets a little bit. They're bringing that good mojo over into the arena.
You're welcome, Columbus. We're happy to be here, and you guys apparently are happy to have us here.
Hey, I've got a shout-out to give out as well, Thomas, here. I want to give a happy birthday to John McCree, watching his daughter Cassidy McCree out in Montana. Happy birthday to John, and thanks for watching.
All righty, we're happy to have everybody that's watching here, but a special happy birthday announcement to be sure.
Oh yes, it seems like every day I've got a birthday announcement to make for one of the teams here in this tournament. It's been a fun ride watching these girls play in this tournament. We've been over at Chillers East in the last 4 days, and now we're over here at the Big House, as I like to say, the Chiller Ice House here downtown in Columbus, and just a fantastic venue for this tournament, and it's a great opportunity to let everybody play and see let these girls get to have a game in this venue.
And since Matt Coma does know a good portion of the population, he's always going to have birthday wishes to give out to people as we've returned to action here. Tapped off the near side boards. It's going to be played at center ice and now sent in a little bit further. That was 21 Bergeron that got it deep. Worked its way into the far side corner, sent to the middle, and a good defensive play there. I believe that was number 9 in White Pages that got it cleared away. Now it's turned right back over to the Beavers, though. Into the final 7 minutes of period number 2. It's backhanded in further as the Beavers keep the pressure on. A cross-ice centering pass, but tied up in front of the net was Bergeron, and it's going to be cleared out. Could be a rush here. Trying to get wide on the opportunity and forced off, but a good job to keep it in by Verheyen. There's a little bit of a bump, but the Beavers are now back in control. They tip it off the near side boards. It's up in the air, bouncing puck, swatted at, and unable to get it further was Verheyen. Now 1-on-3, laying it around and going to get it there will be Balag. She'll follow it up now, trying to get it in further, but it's going to be the Lakehead University squad that gets it to the near side point. Doesn't get out, and a good follow-up there by Holland. Puck to the middle, free skating room here, and they're going to take it. 2-on-2, long stretch pass deflected off a couple of sticks. Two trains nearly ran in north-south, but everybody's okay, and we play on. Is wrapping the net on the backside of the play. It's going to be, I'm sorry, that was number 8 in Black Holland. It comes up to the wall and now out to center ice with 6 to go in the period. 2-1 our score. Fired on in. Beavers got to get back to it here. That's going to be number 18, Wigness. Nearly turned it over, but it is going to be chopped to the line. The line is kept, though, on a good keep by number 12, Wilcox. And another keep is going to be fired to the far side corner. A couple of players joust, but it's grabbed off by Armstrong, who turns away. It's turned over, though, and the Beavers to the line, and this time it'll get out to center.
Nice little backhand from Henry there, just getting that outlet pass. Unfortunately goes off the stick of Gowdy, but excellent job exiting the zone.
Good pass off the boards, and there's a save on a shot that was let go by Carlson. Stuck away by Tornado, and now the Beavers will look to break out. With speed, through the center ice Blue Jackets logo. Now they try to get wide, left wing side, move it back to the middle. And boy, that actually looked like it might have tricked the netminder, Seeley, a little bit. She was down in the middle, and that thing had some room on the post.
Yeah, there's been a lot of room, or a lot of traffic, I should say, on these shots that we've been seeing on both sides. That one kind of catches Seeley a little off guard. Luckily for her, it just goes wide of the post.
Becker finds some room, and she'll throw it up where near side. Bergeron with a shot on, and there was a save. And again, that kind of awkwardly died and rolled off into the corner. They turn with it and trying to poke it out to center, and able to do so. There are the Thunderwolves. We get another foot race to it. Trying to come over and grab it defensively, and able to do so was Becker. It got caught up in skates. It's going to end up rolling to the far side corners. More bodies come together, and now on the backhand, it's chipped up the wall by Amanda Pages. Coming down the wall to keep it in will be the Thunderwolves. Pages gets her stick tied up on a good defensive play by McGree. She'll send it rink wide. It's going to clear the zone, but right back in possession is Asia Voss. Rink wide, D to D. Now Voss wants to get the skates going here as it's sent over to the near side boards. Waiting and bringing it in was Allison Pages, and she'll just send it into the far side corner as they make changes. Time and space for McGree. That pass kind of fluttered, but it does get out of the zone. They push it up further, and Bullock's got it. Gaining the line, but couldn't keep the puck with her, and it's turned over as the Thunderwolves have it. Under 4 to play in period 2. 3-on-3 over the line, looking to get wide. All the way around the net they go. To the bottom of the circle. There's a shot short side, hit the side of the net. Follow-up comes by way of Desimone. Back to the point. Point shot on, deflected on the way through. Another chance, scores! Sawyer! Now the 2 penalty kills and the goal, and it's a 3-1 lead for Lakehead.
Well, we talked about what she did on the penalty kills that may have turned the tide in favor of Lakehead. What better way to turn the tide is than to give a 2-goal lead for the Thunderwolves as Alexandra Sawyer, and just a shot thrown out in front. Tornado was in position to make the save. As you see it again here, just sneaks through the 5-hole. That's one that Tornado is going to want back here, but it's a goal for Sawyer, and she gets rewarded for all that penalty kill that she did with a goal of her own here in the national championship.
And again, a rising shot at the glass. We'll get the call from Andy Stores.
Number 7, Mary Flaherty, and number 6, Jacqueline Desimone. Time of the goal, 16:20.
Flaherty and Desimone on the assist, as you just heard. And now we're going to get a penalty here, and it's going to come to a Thunderwolves player.
Yeah, it's going to be on Lakehead. I believe it's number 11, Tia Lampo, I believe. I only caught the one.
It is going to be a tripping call, though. And now, I mean, we still have a lot of time left, a whole nother period, but you kind of feel that this is an important power play here for Minot State.
Yeah, I mentioned this is a huge moment. Minot State really needs a power play goal here. You can't let Lakehead get that much further ahead of you.
So a tripping call coming.
2 minutes for tripping at 16:49.
It was 21.
21. So you were right, though. You saw the one.
I caught a one.
That's it. As the Thunderwolves work to the man advantage, or excuse me, the Beavers work to the man advantage. They are 0 for 2 with their opportunities thus far. It's going to rim all the way back out to center ice. And again, in this tournament, the Beavers have the the 5th best power play out of the 12 teams at 21.74%. The penalty kill for the Thunderwolves, 3rd. At an even 90%, and they start the first 45 seconds with a pretty good kill. Nice little set pass here. They get it to the red line. Maybe some numbers, but good job there by Lakehead to force the play. And now a near break, but it was kicked away on a good defensive play by McGree. Brought on back by Bolog. She'll get wide and now to the bottom of the circle. Wants to cut in. She does. A backhand shot. I don't know if it got on goal or not, but it was a good opportunity. Now Bolog will look to wrap. Tuck it in near side, and the save is made by Seeley. They clear away the front of the net with 2:01 to go and 50 remaining in the man advantage.
And excellent job again from Mackenzie Bolog. Doing a good job just kind of trying to create something down low, trying to cut in front of the top of the crease on that first opportunity. I don't think it made its way to Seeley, but she was in position if she needed to make the save, and then trying that wraparound try against Seeley in the right position.
Face-off win and a little bit of traffic in front on that one-timer opportunity by Wingness. Stop was made anyway. Wingness has it again. Throws another one through traffic. That got blocked on the way through. Pages will wind up and clear it down the ice. That was 9 Allison Pages doing that. And back to get it will be Tyler Holland. They play it to the far side corner where Wingness has it. Wingness was forced off. Look out here. Could be an opportunity shorthanded. They cut to the middle, and it's just going to roll harmlessly to the netminder. But you'll take the offensive zone face-off while killing a penalty that only has 21 seconds left on it.
Yeah, absolutely. You only got 92 seconds left here in the second period. You only got 21 seconds left to kill. Keep it over on the other side of the ice. Keep it away from your target, especially when you're trying to hold on to a 2-goal lead here. Try not to give that momentum back to Minot State before the period ends.
Face-off one, top of the circle, shorthanded shot, missed on the short side. The big rebound's going to carry him around to the near side corner. A little bit of a bump there, but the Beavers do get it as far as center. Trying to make the move on through is Bergeron. She could not, and it's going to be sent right back down the ice with 1:18 to go in the period. The power play will be expiring in 3 and in 2, 1, and then now we're back to even strength, 5 aside. Beavers now looking to wind up, though. Big final minute of this period if they can get one. Over the line, carrying it in was Gowdy. She'll tip it off the boards and then go get it. Gowdy looked to center it in front. It caromed off the skate, and the rebound's going to be controlled by the Thunderwolves. They reverse flow and look to bring it out on the left wing side. With time and space, and now it's taken away. Good job by Bolog. She takes it away, spins in the corner, throws it to the middle, and that just got spiked away with Grimstad cutting to the front. Point shot there was blocked. We get a collision at center, deemed legal, and that's that incidental contact that we talked about earlier. And the Beavers will play it on back in their end. 35 to go in the period. Rink-wide feed goes to nobody in particular. That's going to allow the Thunderwolves an opportunity to try to shoot it in. And that puck came up, and we were close to getting a souvenir here, Matt.
Almost a great catch by one of the Lakehead fans over here on the near side, but it's a souvenir puck for one of the fans here. Get one of those ACHA National Championship logos on there. You get to take that home up to Ontario.
I might go jumping in the stands if I can get a chance to get one. I'm not going to lie to you.
I think they sent us a couple of pucks up here. You didn't get one of those?
I did not. Man, I tell you. Anyway, let's get back to what's important as it's laid on ahead. They try to dance on through, and able to do so was Armstrong. Then it was poked off her stick, so turning back the other way is going to be Grimstad. Into the final 11 of the period. Grimstad couldn't gain the line cleanly. A backhand pass finds a player with speed, and that is Carlson. She'll throw it towards the cage. It's going to be directed into the corner. Carlson has it in her skates, and that is how 2 periods will end. It was scoreless after 1. Lakehead battles through. They get 3. Minot gets 1, and that's where we stand with 40 in the books.
Yeah, a great period for the Thunderwolves, and just a great job, especially on the power play. 2 power play goals from them in that middle frame. They get the 3rd goal there late, just off of a turnaround shot that was lucky to find its way in, if we're being all honest about it. But a dominating period from Lakehead. They controlled the pace the entire way through. The only opportunities Minot State, they maybe had 1 or 2 shifts that were really good offensive chances, but the goal comes on an on-man rush. The best opportunities coming on on-man rushes as well. If you're Minot State, you got to attack that Lakehead defense, get more opportunities. For Lakehead, you just got to keep doing what you're doing, because what you're doing is working, and if you can do that for another 20 minutes, you're going to walk out with a 2nd straight national championship.
All righty, with that, we're going to go ahead and step aside. We are through 40 with the Minot State Beavers trailing the Lakehead University Thunderwolves by a score of 3-1. Come on back and join us.
Hey, this is Jason with Howie's Hockey Tape, here to tell you about our top quality polo shirts. For any occasion, whether you're on the golf course or out with friends. Our dry fit polo will keep sweat away from your body and keep you on your game. Stay dry, cool, and looking good with your Howie's polo.
My name is Kelly Lorenz, and I'm the Team Store Specialist here at Aries. AriesTeamStore.com is our solution to helping coaches put together spiritwear sales and fundraising.
My name is Adam Walters, and I'm the head boys and girls track coach at Olentangy Orange High School. The fundraising feature of AriesTeamStore.com is nice because you can add $1 or $2 to every item, and then if you have 100 kids and they all buy one item, you just made a quick, easy $100 or $200. It's effective and simple, easy to use, and you get great apparel.
Got to shoot it. And she hits it.
Are you ready, Columbus? Then join us for the debut of the NCAA Women's Final Four at Nationwide Arena. Get ready to see it all, do it all, and go for it all. March 29th through April 1st. The party never stops, and the fun never ends. Join us all weekend long. Visit ncaa.com/Women's Final Four today.
Hey, I'm Dave from Howie's, and I'm here to tell you what makes Howie's cloth tape the best tape on the market. It starts with strength. Our tape is made with a poly cotton blend, and it has the highest thread count of any tape on the market. It's going to last longer. Next is adhesive. We use an aggressive adhesive that will guarantee this tape will stay on your stick. That's what it's supposed to do, right? I promise you'll love this tape.
It's the feeling you get when it all rushes back. The lights, the sounds, the thrill. This memory has been earned and preserved for a lifetime. Every ring has its story. What will yours say?
For over a century, Columbus has had an appetite for sports. As our city grew, so did our ravenous hunger for more. More sports, more of the time. And not just the mainstream, we wanted it all. A sports city founded on determination, focus, strength. We were never mediocre, and to this day, we never settle. We're a bunch of sports-crazed, competition junkies dying to sink our teeth into whatever game, match, tournament, league, or season thrown our way. You see, Columbus is full of passion. Passion for all that sports embody. Hope, challenges, progress. As we continue our journey to be one of the world's best sports destinations, it's clear Columbus has no off-season.
Hello, this is Harry at Howie's. Not all hockey pucks are created equal. This is a Canadian-made high-density rubber puck. It is chip-resistant. If you'd like, we'll put your team's logo on a case of these pucks. This is a good product.
There's people who care where I'm going, and good friends who welcome me home. So get a full tank of freedom, drive the American road. And with a full tank of freedom, find your own highway. We'll take you wherever you go. Take you wherever you go.
Hey, this is Betsy from Howie's, and I want to tell you a little bit about our hoodies. They're made with a polyester and pre-shrunk cotton blend, which means they're not going to shrink down on you. They're really thick and super soft on the inside. They also have these classy Howie's cloth laces on them. So whether you're at the rink or out on the pond, I know you're going to love this hoodie.
Welcome back inside the Ohio Health Ice House as we have put 40 in the books here in the Division II Women's National Championship game for the ACHA. The Lakehead State Thunderwolves on top by a score of 3-1 over the Minot State Beavers. Let's take a look at some of the highlights here from the first two periods.
Yeah, taking a look at the highlights here. Maybe in just a moment.
All
Now
right.
we'll see a look at the highlights here. First power play goal for Lakehead, just a backdoor deflection. Comes right to the stick of number 3, Michelle Carlson. Just take a look at this. It's a hack, takes a bounce right to the stick of Carlson. She puts it home. It's 1-0 Lakehead. Looking back, another chance here. Nice little move from number 10. That's Amanda Pages. Gets a good shot off. Tornado able to turn that one aside. And then here's the goal for Minot State. Is Sammy Jo Henry picks that corner on the left-hand side. Nothing that Seeley's going to be able to do about it. As you take another look here, a lot of traffic with that forward cutting by. Make that a 1-1 hockey game at that point. Lakehead able to come back with another good scoring opportunity. Tornado able to shut the door. And then here's the second goal for Lakehead. Top of the point, Asia Voss, a great shot from the top of the point. So much traffic, everybody just kind of sweeping by. You'll take another look here as that puck comes to the top of the point. Everyone's going right to left. And that puck goes left to right. Nothing Tornado's going to be able to do about it. That made it 2-1. Check out this play. Excellent job, Mackenzie Balog on that power play. Hacks the bottom of the stick, able to make sure that puck goes away, goes just to the wrong side. As you see, here's another opportunity. This is the third goal as Carlson just Sawyer just turns around, fires that shot on net. I said that you needed to start doing that if you're both of these teams. Throw the puck on net, good things will happen. That one just squeaks through the 5-hole of Tornado. As that's where we stand through two periods. 3-1 the score. Lakehead, they've had the dominant time in the offensive zone. Minot State, their only offense has really been on the counters and maybe one or two good shifts. That's going to have to change if they want to get back in this contest.
You know, I didn't notice it when we saw the first view, but how sick must Sammy Jo Henry feel? She actually gloved that puck down right onto the stick of Sawyer, and that allowed for the quick shot to go on in.
It's the bounces. The bounces have gone Lakehead's way so far in this contest. We still got 20 minutes to go. It's a 2-goal hockey game. Nobody has to panic just yet. You just got to come out strong if you're Minot State and get a goal here in probably about the first half of the period to be okay.
The other thing I want to comment on, going back to the goal by Voss, it's just such a good hockey goal.
Absolutely.
In the sense that you could see from all of our looks, from the great works that our camera people are doing here, everybody moving one way, and it didn't hit anybody.
No.
That's remarkable. Those shots where everybody's flowing one way. You put it back the other. If it doesn't hit anybody, you're in great shape, and that's exactly how Voss scored there.
Yeah, exactly. There's been a couple of those shots here in this game where you kind of just question, how did that puck find its way through traffic? It was an excellent seeing eye shot to the top corner by Voss. Excellent play by Henry as well on the other side with her goal. As we get back underway for a third period, it's going to be a fun one here.
And Minot jumps right in. Oh, fanning on a chance there. It was Gaudi. She had a chance and somebody going on in front for the rebound. Now a rush the other way, sharp angle, and just bumped wide was Dodek before she could get a shot off. Both teams coming out with good jump here in the third period. Sent side of the cage and unable to sweep that one on goal was Carlson down low. Puck worked its way up to the near side corner. Centered in front. It's bouncing and it's loose, and it's going to be cleared away into the corner again. So far, Lakehead now jumping into the offensive ends. Carlson wants to center it. Could not. Is poked free and followed up now by Armstrong. Armstrong wanted to get it back to the point. She could not, and it's flipped to the line. Not out. Diagonal dump, and is it kept in by Dodek. This, I think, would be the second line, and it's really taken the play here. To the middle they come. There's a shot on, and Tornado's got it. A good-looking shot, though, by Siciliano.
Yeah, Lakehead picking up right where they left off in that second period, setting the tone offensively, getting two good looks on Tornado. She has to cover that puck up, kind of settle things down, let that line change for the Beavers. Last period of the season for both of these two teams, and you got to come out with the intensity, and that's what we're seeing out of Lakehead.
Barring anything happening that may enforce us to have one more period.
I'm not going to invoke that.
We're just going to say that.
I'm not even going to invoke the gods there. So.
I'm not implying any. I'm just saying words that are true.
We have Boz Echevarri, who's TD in this game today, and he's Mr. Overtime, so you never know what's going to happen if he's part of the broadcast.
As it's brought in by Minot State. They move to the outside rim of the circle. They fire that one right through the crease, and it comes out wide. The big rebound's going to be carried up by McGree, and a backdoor pass just didn't connect. It works its way to the far side point. Holland keeps it in. There's a point shot on. Again redirected on the lower side of the cage. Good jump here now as the Beavers have their best shift of the third period. We're early on, just a minute and 45 seconds into it. Puck's going to squirt out, and it's going to be carried back in by Verhand. Verhand, screen shot. She looked for that far corner, just couldn't hit it. Rebound come to the line, not out. Good keep there, I believe that was Voss. Now cutting in sharply, a shot and a save was made. That one was put on by Desimone. Puck at center ice at the Blue Jackets logo. Amanda Page just plays it on ahead. Carried on over the line again by Desimone. There's a shot on, and that's just going to be kept in play by Tornado into the corner. Desimone on it again. Good shift for her, third time touching the puck. She's going to lay it in deep. Help comes by way of McGree as they try to clear it out, and they do slam it down the ice. Will this have enough for icing? It will not. They wave it off, and they'll play it around the near side corner. Good job jumping in there to try to force the steal was number 12, Gowdy. Tied up along the wall and going to be dug out, brought on by the Thunderwolves. They've got 3-on-3, but instead they're just going to go ahead and take this opportunity, and Desimone going to shoot it in at the end of a long shift. Good follow-up in deep there by Voss. Played into the near side corner, and that centering pass missed everybody, and that's going to go all the way down the ice.
Yeah, still Lakehead doing a good job here 3 minutes in. We get an icing. Interesting. They blew that dead for an icing. It was Lakehead that put past to the top of the point, so this is going to come center. But an interesting call from our officials. They'll talk about it for a moment, but it's going to come back to center ice, that premature whistle here 3 minutes in. But I like what Lakehead's doing in the first 3 minutes here. They picked up where they left off. They're keeping it down on the offensive side, not allowing Minot State to get any offensive pressure.
And we do want to credit the referee. The referee is Stewart, the linesman Ludwig and Fry, as they caught that. And hang on that thought. There's a chance, and it was blocked off the stick of Bullock. They knew their mistake. They allowed Minot State to make the change if they wanted to, and they moved the face off the center ice.
Yeah.
After an inadvertent whistle, that's the best you can hope for.
Yeah, been very impressed with our referee staff so far in this one.
They move on in down the middle, and a chance, and it's going to be just stuck into the corner. Go ahead.
That went through the feet of Tornado. That could have taken easily taken a deflection into the back of the net.
Instead, it works its way back out to center ice. Tapped right back in by the Thunderwolves, and they will pour in after it. In deep to make a play here is Holland. She'll tip it off to the far boards. And again, they were on it again. I believe that was Holland. Turned over, and now Holland's got it one more time. Holland tips it off the near side boards. Bringing it up and looking for a little bit of room here is Gowdy. She'll gain the line, got run off into the boards. Again, that was more of the incidental contact runoff. There's a chance that was blocked on the way through and stabbed away. Good move by Henry. She just couldn't finish it. And now we're going to get a race for the puck, and it could be a break for Sawyer. And again, and a riser just missed the goal post with the shot. Big rebound's going to carry him all the way out to center ice, and it's going to be shot right back in. 15:45 to go, third period, 3-1 our score as the Thunderwolves are on top. A stick lift there, and trying to dig it out. It comes side of the cage, and Celia's seen enough. She will hold for a face-off with 15:34 to go in period number 3.
Yeah, good pressure from Minot State. They got that opportunity from Henry just a couple of moments ago. Just kind of couldn't pull the trigger as we go to face-off on the far side. And then it comes back the other way. Sawyer looking for her second of the game. Just missed the crossbar by just inches. And end-to-end action like we saw in that second period, it carried over here to the third.
You know, I don't really want to jinx anybody or get too far ahead of ourselves, but early on, Sawyer might be the MVP of this game. Not of the tournament, but with the 2 big penalty kills that she had, and then she scores the goal. She's been very good this entire game.
She's one of the leading candidates. I would have no problems if she was the MVP of this national championship game. She's been excellent so far.
They move in, and that shot on the short side ended up rolling wide. That was off the stick of number 10, Amanda Pages. Tripped down there, and the referee deems it legally so we'll play on as a 2-a-side do battle down below the goal line. Puck's going to squirt free to the near side corner. The Beavers sweep it up, and it's going to be cleared on out, and coming out to play it will be the netminder. Celia's, I guess they realized that was not going to be an icing call. Lead feed missed everybody here. Now this one will be, and the Beavers are about to get an offensive zone face-off with 14:36 to go in the third.
Yeah, good chance here for Minot State to try and get back in this one. They need 2 goals to try and tie this thing up. They're down 2. Only 1 goal, and that came on an odd man rush from Sammy Jo Henry in that second period. They need a little more offensive pressure. Lakehead's doing a good job of not allowing that to happen, but Beavers got to figure something out if they want to get back in it.
Point shot there, missed wide. Comes over to the near side corner where it's going to be swept up the wall. It's in the feet and now kicked out to center as the 2 Pages. Actually, they didn't get it out. Good keep here. There's a shot on. That was just blockered away. That was let go by Henry. Now they look to move back, a little bit of a hook, and it's going to be poked out to center. And skating on up, that is number 9, Allison Pages. She's got it, top of the circle, a shot, and that rim's just wide. Rebound's going to carry him all the way to the line, but Carlson pinches in to keep it in. She'll go in further and after and get the turnover. Carlson looks in front. That doesn't work out, but we've played 6 minutes now. Puck played high to center, and it's still bouncing around in that circle. It's going to be controlled by the trailer, and Bullock just had it knocked off. She's been all over the place, but hasn't really had a lot of good scoring chances in this game, Matt.
No, but this is the line that you want if you're Minot State. All 3 of your top scorers, Henry, Grimstad, and Bullock, but unfortunately nothing coming out of that line. They'll change up here on that offside.
So with 13:43 to go, you're down by 2. If you're Minot State, when do you begin pinching your defense and a little bit taking more risks?
I think you got probably about 4 or 5 minutes before it starts getting into the minds of the coaching staff for Minot State. Still tons of time, 13 and a half minutes to go here. You can still kind of dictate the pace of this period. You don't have to get desperate just yet.
So you're thinking around the 8-minute mark, we might see some Minot State defensemen jumping into the play.
That's probably where I would start. Once we get to that media timeout, that's when I would start telling my defensemen, all right, we need to start taking a little more risk.
Gotcha. We'll keep an eye out for that as it is controlled now by Minot State behind the net. Harem played it around. She got spun down. We get a race for it, and that's going to be grabbed and played on further by Christensen into the corner. It comes up the wall, but not out. And smart play there by Lakehead just to throw it back in low instead of risking anything to the points. But now they got a 2-on-2 coming back the other way. With speed comes Gowdy. Cuts to the middle. Looks to let one go. Didn't get the shot on. And then fanning on it to keep it in was Christensen. That's sent over rink wide. And now Carlson's got it. Carlson moving in right wing side to the circle and now throws it to the middle. A chance and never able to get a stick on it was number 5 in white Sawyer going to the front of the net, but another good play by her. It's dug out of the corner, throwing the brakes on, unable to handle it cleanly was Pages. They work it back to the point. That drive's going to skid her just wide, and that was off the stick of Siciliano. Another shot on there. That hit a body in front. Look out here. It's loose. They bang away at it. Now it's going to be brought back by the Beavers. A 2-on-3, but chipping and chasing here is Bullock. She'll go racing after it. A little bit of a collision there, and it's going to be fired around by the Thunderwolves as they're going to get a clear around. It's angled out to center ice, and back to get it will be number 8 in black, Tyler Holland. Holland didn't like what she had on the far side, so she circles in the near side. Now we'll go back to the far side. Angled off the glass where it's going to be put on by Grimstead. She couldn't handle it cleanly. Spiked right back in, and that means Wingness is going to have to play it. Wingness up the near side wall. To the middle it goes, and Wingness will now get it out. On second effort, it does come out. They try to flip it on in, and there's a bouncing puck. Look out here. Could be a chance. They throw it to the middle, and just unable to get a stick on it was Henry. Good lead feed there by Grimstead. Just didn't connect. Now it's played around in deep. Into the near side corner it comes. They will just stretch it out. That won't have enough for icing. It was too far for the receiver, but still a good clear nonetheless. Nearly a turnover here, and they do turn it over. In they come, cutting to the middle. Desmone, a shot. Desmone, a shot. And remember that save as Tornado keeps it a 2-goal game.
That's the second big save for Tornado in this one. She denied that breakaway opportunity in the second period. Comes over and denies that opportunity as well. Just sliding over across, making a great save. Keeps us a 2-goal hockey game.
We got 11:18 on the clock.
Take another look here. Just sliding over. Great positioning from Tornado. One more look at it as the shot just comes across, able to shut that door, make a great save.
What she did there that I like, kept that arm next to the body.
Yep.
Didn't leave it out where there would have been a hole. Kept the arm next to the body, and that's why the save was made.
Yep, these Lakehead Thunderwolves, they'll be able to, we got a penalty here.
Yeah, I missed that on it, but the Beavers are going to be shorthanded. Time of the penalty was going to be roughly 8:42.
Called on number 8, Tyler Holland. 2 minutes for high sticking at 8:42.
And Highland going off for high sticking. That shot missed on the short side, and this is a big moment in this game. The Thunderwolves, I beg your pardon, they are 2 for 4 on the man advantage, and they go to work again.
And right off the bat, just moving that puck around.
Shot scores! It may have been redirected in front, but the lead now is bulged to 3.
Well, it's been the story of the game, the power play for Lakehead. Now 3 goals for special teams for Lakehead in this one, and just great puck movement. I just got done saying that they're just doing an excellent job moving that puck around. We're going to get a timeout for Minot State, but just excellent puck movement, shot with a lot of traffic in front. Take a look. It's just walking in, firing that shot on the ice. Again, it finds the 5-hole of Tornado. One more look from behind the net. As Tornado able to see that, not a whole lot of traffic in front of her. It just finds its way through the 5-hole for the second time today. And that's a goal for Lakehead. That might be enough here with about 10:46 to go in the third.
You know, we're going to have to wait for the official call. I would not be surprised if Voss did get a stick on it in front, because that check kind of looked like it was headed for that far post, and that slipped in.
Scored by number 3, Michelle Carlson.
Nope, they give it to Carlson.
Assisted by number 18, Sarah Dodick, and number 8, Asia Voss at 9:14.
So Carlson's, let's see, that's her 7th of the tournament from Dodick and Voss. The power play moves to 2 for 5 on the day for the, or excuse me, 3 for 5 on the day.
Yeah, I would love to see another, if we can get that that last look from the goal cam just to see if it did take a deflection. I don't think it did. It didn't look like there was a whole lot of traffic from Tornado in front of Tornado on that one. It just caught her in the 5-hole. The same thing we saw in that third goal that Lakehead did, just not able to close the gap in time, and that's what happened on that power play goal.
Yeah, Shelby Tornado, she's been so good, the All-American first team member, but I tell you, the Thunderwolves have really gotten to her today, giving up 4. And now the Beavers really need to get after it as they take the timeout just before the media timeout here. So possibly looking to get some extra rest here. Now it's led on through, but not enough on that pass by number 5, Sawyer, to get up. And now it's going to be carried back in by the Beavers as a result. Bulldog to the middle. That's just going to skitter off to the far side corner. It's going to be Verheyen trying to backhand it out. A couple of bodies come together. It's dug out by the Thunderwolves. Cleared to the near side boards and out. Sawyer with a lead feed. Kicked on down and controlled. Nice play here. They move in a rising shot, and that's going to be gloved off as it was let go by Verheyen. And they forced the play to be going. Ref didn't blow the whistle, so we play on with under 10 to go in the game.
Now the Thunderwolves just left the zone. When that happens, no one's threatening the puck. Referee's going to tell you to play on.
I agree, and that's exactly what we saw, and it's easier to agree when it, just happened. So it's played on in here. Player kind of ducktails down to the ice. They try to send it in deep. There's a chance it's thrown on towards the cage. Grab now, down low. Allison Page is going to follow it around. Angled back up to the point. And now they look to circle. Dangerous play here at the line, but a good job by Pages to keep it at least at center and force the offside call. That's a big play because when you have that forward coming back circling, if it gets poked off, it could be an odd man rush. She closed that off very well.
Yeah, excellent job able to deny that chance because you said exactly right. That can lead to a breakaway or an odd man rush, and that's what Minot State's done in this contest. That's the lone goal they have. You don't want to give those opportunities to the Beavers when you have this lead trying to hold on for a national title.
Now I think we're down 3 with 9 to go. If there's a chance for a defenseman to pinch, we're going to see it, aren't we?
That's where that timeout came out after that 4th goal. That's when I would start telling all right, we got to start taking a little more chances here. Still play the game that you're used to playing, though, but you got to start taking a couple more risks here.
Puck now below the goal line, and it's tied up here. 2 aside doing battle in the skates. It's going to be dug out and looking to play it around as Bergeron. She tries to go the other way. Had no teammates there, and this should be an easy clear for the Thunderwolves. To the line and out. It's taken back over and moving back in is Bergeron. She looks to get in, throws the brakes on, tried to dip on forward further. Couldn't cut underneath, and to the line, and it gets right back out again.
I'll tell you what, this Lakehead defense, it's been stifling in their own end. They're not letting Minot State do anything towards the front of the net.
Yeah, you're right about that. Grimstead, haven't said her name much, and then coming into this tournament, or coming into this game, I should say, Grimstead had 7 goals, 3 assists, 10 points. To the line and up and in deep as Desimone got it deep. And now falling down there was the aforementioned Grimstead, and DDD passing will allow the Thunderwolves to clear it up and send it ahead. Gaining the line there again, Desimone. We've said her name a fair amount today as we have under 8 to go in this one. Side of the net, turned over, grabbed, looking for a play in front, unable to find one as Armstrong. So they try to carry it around the net, no go there, and the Beavers are going to get it back out to center ice. Coming back to get it will be number 12, Wilcox. Her outlet pass to the stick's going to go all the way over to the far side corner. Bullock got rushed off. Good keep, though, as she got help by way of Gowdy. And it's sent in again. Still the Thunderwolves in control. DDD passing below the goal line. Cleared to the line, and now a stretch pass to get it out. 1-on-2, but the Thunderwolves are making a change. That's probably more important just to keep fresh skaters on the ice. Nearly busting through, though, was Armstrong. Cleared to the line and right back out, though. Over to the near side it comes. Flaherty wanted to gain the red and get it deep. She couldn't get it deep, but she was the last one off as the line change is completed now for the Thunderwolves. Tied up along the bench, right in front of, I should say, the Beaver bench. Quick little give and go to allow some speed to be built up for Henry. She then got run out of real estate, and the Thunderwolves find some room to the near side, stretch pass to the far side. It deflected in off the stick of the forward, going in after it. Good, gentle bump into the boards there. I believe that's 19 Nickel in there. Thunderwolves still in control. Do they move it to the point? They do. Winding and firing a shot. That's going to go wide off the stick of Sawyer. And more changes by the Thunderwolves as they stay fresh. 6:30 to go in the hockey game. They still have a 3-goal lead. This is the national championship for Division II ACHA hockey. It's fired in deep and will roll around to the far side corner. Grimstead looking to get the offense going. She is bumped off. Rebound is going to be played into the corner, and a good job by Sawyer. She's got it again, makes a double move and outlets. She was looking for a deep pass. That didn't connect, and it spiked right back in by Becker. Around the cage, grabbing it and playing it back to whence it came was Nickel. It comes to the line and gets out, and now as a long feed, gets it to Sawyer. That's 8, not 5. That's Voss. Throws the brakes on and sends it in further. A Beaver player falls down. There's a little bit of a bump, and that's going to be called. And with a team that's 3 for 5 on the power play and up by 3, they're going to go to a man advantage with just 5:48 to go.
That's a backbreaker if you're a Minot State fan. That's not the position you want to be in. As I believe it's going to be... We'll take another look here. I think it's Becker that ended up taking the penalty. Yep, just a cross-check in the back there. As no one's gone in the box just yet. It should be Becker on that cross-check. That's the backbreaker here with how much time is left, the mountain that they'll have to climb with 3 goals. Even if you do kill off this 2-minute power play, you have 3:48 to try and score 3 goals against a very good Lakehead defense that has really been dominant this entire 60 minutes so far, and just this is a great opportunity. Lakehead, just hold on to the puck, no whistles, just kind of move the puck around. You don't even need to throw shots on net. If you can just move it around in the offensive zone, that's just as effective as scoring a goal in this power play.
You know, you have to beware, and I hope I don't jinx anybody here, but beware of the shorthanded goal. We've seen a lot of power plays in this tournament, block shots leading to odd man rushes, not just the women's tournament. All tournaments have led to some odd man rush opportunities, so keep an eye out for that. You would think that the Beavers might be looking for that.
Well, and that's what I said. You don't really need to take a shot on net if you're Lakehead. Just move the puck around if in the offensive zone. And if you fire that shot, it can take a block off of a shin pad, or it can be just a deflection that leads to a shorthanded breakaway. Just move the puck around, play your system. If you can just kill that 2 minutes off that clock, you're that much closer to a national championship.
As they do play kind of an umbrella style, that means 3 players up high, 2 down low. Now looking to walk into one. That shot was blocked wide, but again, good job as that shot was wide so that it couldn't be blocked off. If you're going to take the shot, make sure it's not at anybody. 50 seconds already gone by in the man advantage.
Now the clock ticks under 5 minutes to go here, as just Lakehead doing exactly what they should be doing, just kind of killing that puck, but they're giving a little more, too much life to Minot State here.
It's played in and looking to get in after it. You know there's going to be no quit here. Henry with a short side jab attempt. That doesn't work, and it's going to carry him all the way out to center ice. Holland's got to come back to get it. She'll play it to her defense partner, Wingness. Wingness will just get loaded up on her stick and fire it down. I don't really think the Thunderwolves are too mad at that as they have it behind their cage. They find the safe play to the near side. And then a long stretch pass that gets deflected, and they'll take that as well as it's tipped into the zone. And going in after it was Verheyen to the line. That's a dangerous pit. See, now that's one of those plays I don't think you need to do, because if that gets by, it's a 2-on-1. But they get it right back in. No harm, no fouls. They look for one more. Hooking and trying to prevent the shot off. Nickel could never get it on, but she forces the play to go into the near side corner. And that's going to be cleared the length of the ice with 3, 2, and now 1, and we're even again with 3:48 to go in the game, though. Long stretch pass hits Carlson. Carlson's going to tap it off the boards.
Got to start thinking if you're Minot State, maybe pulling Tornado here, you can get that extra attacker.
They got to get it out of the zone first, and on another effort, it doesn't come out cleanly, and they're going to be forced right back in.
Well, this just goes to show what Lakehead's been able to do. They have been just a stifling defense. I keep talking about it here in this third period, but I keep talking about it because it's true. It's been an impressive showcase from Lakehead here as Tornado makes the save, not allowing Minot State to play their game in the offensive zone, allowing them only the odd man rushes. They give up only the 1 goal through about 57 minutes of the contest as Lakehead just a dominating performance. Last year they won the national championship. It was kind of a steamrolling affair, only a 3-1 game in the national championship game against North Dakota State. That was the only close game they had the entire way to that national championship a season ago. This one they had to go to overtime just to get a tiebreaker to get to the semifinal, a tight contest against Bishops, and another tight game here against Minot State. It's been a much tougher road here, but it just goes to show how dominant this Lakehead University team is.
Now, sometimes the tougher road can be more gratifying because you feel like you got to earn it, as the net is empty down to our left. So it'll be 6-on-5 with 2:48 on the clock in a 4-1 hockey game. Turned over at center. They try to jam it in further. That didn't go. And now with it, one hand on the stick, looking to find some room. They roll it towards the cage. It doesn't get all the way on. Spiked over to the corner. And again, they look to stretch it out. And now it'll be brought out, but Henry had really nowhere to go with it. They turn, they throw it back in, and it's going to carry him off a skate and go wide. Beavers trying to bring it out up the near side wall. That got punched back in. 2:20 to go on the clock. They still trail by 3. This lead feed comes up. Grimstead had it for a moment. That spiked back in by Dodek. Spectacular defense right now by the Thunderwolves. Now the Beavers look to bring it out. They got some room up the middle, and here they go. Over the line, a long shot in. That skittered just wide. Rebound, wanted to fire it right on, but unable to get it through there was Grimstad. It comes to the line, not out. Moving it to the middle are the Beavers. Henry has run out of real estate as she falls down on the play. Thunderwolves looking to clear it, spinning with it. It's chopped up, and with it now is Armstrong. She'll lay it across the ice. Gaining the line, clearing the zone was Voss. A turnover there. Puck is taken back by Bullock. Now it's loose, and they bring it back in. Maybe a 2-on-1. They cut to the middle. A shot blocked. Rebound's going to carry him away. Look out here. The net is empty to our left. A little bit of a tie-up didn't allow the player to get free, and that's just going to be chopped ahead with 1:26 to go in the national championship. Puck now into the far side boards. It's grabbed on. Trying to roll on by Iris Carlson. She's in for the empty net and scores! A hat trick for Carlson. And it's with 1:16 to go. It's a 4-goal lead for Lakehead University.
Well, there's your tournament or your championship MVP right there, as Alexandra Sawyer. 3 goals in the tournament, 3 goals here in the national championship game. A hat trick for her. The empty net seals it as she gets by Baylog, just chips it in the empty net, and that will seal the deal. Lakehead will go back-to-back here. 2 straight national championships for the Thunderwolves.
Absolutely. I tell you, what a great tournament they have had. As you said, it hasn't always been easy, but they do control the game right now. Another turnover, it's laid across. And this is a prime example. This last 10 seconds is what it's been. Minot just trying to do everything in their power just to get it out of the zone.
Yeah, but it's the forecheck on for Lakehead that's just been dominant. They don't allow everything. It's that 2-2-1 forecheck that they have one attacker right at the top, forces it either left or right, and it goes right into the 2-man defense in the neutral zone. You have to get through that, and if you do, you still got 2 more defenders to beat. It's just it's really hard if you can execute it well to get through that forecheck.
Here they come again, full speed ahead, Wilcox. She'll just gain the line and tip it in. Into the final 20 seconds here. The fans start banging on the boards. Up to the line, spiked back in with 15 to go in the game. Minot will come back. Can they get one more rush going to see if they can get it closer? Tapped up the boards. Again, it's taken away. Backhanded into the corner with 7 seconds to go. The Beavers can't knock it away. And 3-2. And the ACHA Division II national champions are the Lakehead University Thunderwolves for the second consecutive year.
Well, 2 for 2 for the Thunderwolves. 2 straight national championship appearances, 2 titles that they'll take back up to the Great White North up in Ontario. An excellent tournament from Lakehead. You got to give your tip of the cap to Minot State. Their first trip to the national championship, beating their rival in North Dakota State to get to this mark. A fantastic showing out of them. Nothing that they should hang their heads about, as they had a great tournament as well. But Lakehead, dominance in the offensive zone, dominance defensively when they needed it, and that's the recipe for success for Lakehead, as they are your national champions in 2018.
And as I stand by, or as I said for most of the games that I've called, the elimination game, post-game handshake, just one of the best traditions in all sports.
Absolutely, and it just goes to show you can compete hard for 60 minutes. You can hate the other team's guts for that, but as soon as that final horn sounds, you show that sportsmanship. You go through the handshake lines. You tell that other team how great of a job that they did. It's the best, one of the best sights in all of sports, let alone the sport of hockey.
I could not agree with you more, Matt. And again, it was a 5-1 game. A hat trick, I believe, for Carlson. To credit her, she may have stolen our darling Sawyer with the 2 big plays on the penalty kill. But really, a team effort here, as leading up to this point. You know, Voss had the 12 points, Desimone had the 11 points, and each of the pages had combined, the 2 sisters had combined for a total of 11 points. So all the way through the roster, the Lakehead State University Thunderwolves deep, and that's how you win a national title.
Yeah, from top to bottom. We talked in the pregame. It's a cohesive unit. All 5 skaters working together to get the goal done. The defensemen jump up in the offensive play. The forwards will drop back defensively, and it's just a credit to show. Lakehead, your 2018 national champions. Let's send it downstairs to Andy Soares.
Both teams in women's Division II for their participation in this tournament and for achieving the national championship game status. Congratulations to Lakehead University and Minot State University. If we direct our attention to center ice, Women's Division II Commissioner Taylor Hadley will be making the individual medal presentations to Lakehead University. We will announce the names in numerical order. Number 1, Callie Bevilacqua. Number 3, Michelle Carlson. Number 5, Alexandra Sawyer. Number 6, Jacqueline DeSimone. Number 7, Mary Flaherty. Number 8, Azia Voss. Number 9, Allison Pages. Number 10, Amanda Pages. Number 11, Tia Lampo. Number 12, Melissa Wilcox. Number 14, Taylor Grice. Number 15, Kaylee Verheyen. Number 16, Marissa Johnson. Number 17, Hannah Armstrong. Number 18, Sarah Dodick. Number 19, Farah Nickel. Number 21, Julia Sicliano. Number 30, Megan Joseph Seeley. And number 31, Cameron Ival. We would like to mention congratulations to the coaching staff of the Thunder Wolves, head coach Daniel Calvert, assistant coach Mike Friday, assistant coach Joey Tugas, team managers Leah Vanderway and Elizabeth Vanderway, and trainer Katrina Burt. Now we will have the presentation of the National Runner-Up Trophy. Would Captain Cass McGree please come forward from Minot State to accept the National Runner-Up Trophy. And now for the announcement of the tournament MVP. From Lakehead University, number 3, Michelle Carlson. And now for the presentation of the first place trophy. If we could have Lakehead team captain Azia Voss please come forward to accept the first place trophy. Hold on, we got one more trophy, ladies, one more trophy. If we could have all the team captains from Lakehead, Captain Azia Voss, Assistant Michelle Carlson, Assistant Jacqueline DeSimone, Assistant Allison Pages, and Assistant Melissa Wilcox, please come forward to accept the Women's Division II National Championship Trophy from Commissioner Taylor Hadley. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2018 Women's Division II National Champions, the Lakehead University Thunderwolves.
Congratulations to the Thunderwolves from Lakehead State University. The MVP goes to Michelle Carlson. Coming into the game, 5 goals, 2 assists, 7 points. The hat trick today, 8 goals, 2 assists, 10 points during the tournament. And obviously, when you play your best in the biggest game, that's going to get you a nod for the MVP.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Third on her team in scoring with the 7 points, the 5 goals, the 2 assists. She gets the hat trick in the championship game. Without a doubt, that's the tournament MVP for me. Is she really led the way for Lakehead in this contest, as getting those 3 goals, gets the 2 of them on the power play. Excellent job from her. Excellent job from top to bottom. They earned this national championship. It wasn't easy, but they got it done. The players stepped up when they needed to, and they got that national title.
Can't say enough either about the goaltending of Megan Seeley. She came in 2-0, a 3 goals against average, a save percentage of .846. She comes in and just absolutely destroys those numbers. Only 1 goal against in the 60 minutes, and a save percentage that had to be at least probably in the .925 area.
Yeah, absolutely. And you saw Seeley and Bevilacqua kind of going back and forth in the pool play. Once it got to the semifinals, it was Seeley who had the call in between the pipes. She does a great job in that semifinal against Bishop's University. Then comes in against this tough Minot State crowd, gets just the 1 goal as well. So an excellent job from Seeley, doing a great job as well defensively for this Lakehead University squad. From top to bottom, it was a fantastic finish.
And we can't say enough about the effort put forth by Minot State. They come up just short, but some great players on their team, and really all the credit in the world to Mackenzie Bolog. 4 goals, 8 assists, 12 points coming into it, a 33-goal regular season in 26 games played. She was just absolutely fantastic, and your heart got to also go out to Shelby Tornado, 18-4 during the regular season, and then through pool play, only a .233 goals against average.
Yeah, I'd say the Minot State Beavers, they'll be back. This is only their second trip to this national tournament, and they get to that the semifinal a season ago, losing to North Dakota State. They get the revenge on their rival to get to this mark for the first time ever, and now they were that close to a national championship. And looking down the line, there's a lot of young talent on this team. You look at Sammy Jo Henry, a freshman, gets the lone goal in the national championship game, was second on the team in points with 10. A lot of sophomores and juniors as well. Grimstad, a junior, with 10 points in the tournament. You have Balog, 12 points as a sophomore. Just a lot of young talent on this Minot State crowd that'll be back. You trust me, you'll see the team in black and red back here next season, trying to fight for that national championship. You're going to have to go through this Lakehead University squad. They look like they're here to stay at one of the top teams in the ACHA Women's Division II division.
There's absolutely no question. You win back-to-back national championships. The expectation is already there that you're coming right back again next year.
Yeah, absolutely. And you would expect nothing less. This is the second time that Lakehead has been in this competition, and they win the national championship again, #1 overall seed. You knew at the beginning of the tournament, if you were going to win a national title, you had to get through this Thunderwolves squad. They went from top to bottom. They had a dominating performance in the first round against Montclair State. That's 17-1. That ended up being the factor that gave them the tiebreaker over Boston College into that semifinal because of that tie in the third game against Boston College. So that was the big key, the offense in that first period. Everybody just kind of putting those points together. They battled through the next 2 pool games. They get to the semifinal. That's the goal. They get through the tiebreak. They beat Bishops, then come here, beat Minot State. And just it wasn't as easy as it was last year, but it's got to be even sweeter having to go through that tougher road to get to this title.
Yeah, as you can see on your screen now, everybody gets the picture with the big trophy.
It's a big trophy.
That is a big trophy for sure.
We see the guys kind of lifted up, and the Murdoch Cup is the biggest one of all. That's the men's Division I tournament trophy, but all the other ones are the same. Seeing everybody kind of turn around, you have to see a couple of the girls come over as you see being held up there. That's a great hardware out there to see.
That's how you hold a championship hockey trophy. Everybody's had it the right way. No, you hold it the heavy way, and you carry that thing around.
You want to make sure it doesn't break, though. You don't want that cup to come off the top of it.
If it comes off while you're holding it like the Stanley Cup, it doesn't matter. You just deal with it because that's exactly how it should be done.
Oh, but just credit to the Thunderwolves. An excellent job out of them. A great tournament run. Just back-to-back titles as they will just inch
forward to
inching closer and closer, trying to get that perfect picture there for all the Lakehead parents that are still here. And they'll go back up to Ontario national champions yet again. It'll be a fun bus ride back up there.
Yeah, Lakehead, more than half their roster from the Thunder Bay, Ontario area, which is right around where Lakehead University is. So if they're breeding good women's hockey players there, you can expect to see this Division II team continue to put forth really good efforts and really good teams.
I expect that picture to be sent to a lot of girls that are for those recruiting videos and the recruiting packages to try and get the girls to come over to Lakehead and say, hey, we just won back-to-back national championships. You should come play for us.
What's better than having one photo of a national championship? It's having 2 photos of a national championship in consecutive years. That is for sure, as they continue to pile it on up here, as we continue to take a look at it. And folks, we're going to go ahead and watch them as we wrap this one up here. The Division II Women's ACHA National Championship games, they will go to the Lakehead University Thunderwolves. Thank you so much for joining us here as we have going to call it a day from the ACHA Division II Women's Tournament.